we live?
Yeah, I told you we were starting. It's time.
Okay, well,
8 o'clock.
I am completely,
Hello,
totally,
welcome in,
100%
everybody.
complete.
I'm Kim of Kim Fixes Things.
I'm not ready.
I'm here with Flustered Del Campo, the namesake of this channel. Lester LeSabre, you got the 8 o'clock timestamp.
Well, we got... Why does
Buddy
it do
Carfano,
that?
Mexican Spec, Mo Parquet, don't play. JB, you all get 4 points tonight because you're ready before he is.
I don't understand why I'm having so much trouble.
I don't know. His picture isn't working. I guess we'll go to the dyno room.
Yeah, go to the dyno room. Go to something.
Here we are. We're someplace. Yeah, I know. Look, and he's in a black shirt.
Why didn't this work? Man.
Dougster of the Dougster Wolverine Garage is here. Have no fear.
I'm just downloading
Ray
pictures.
of 38 Racing is here.
I'm downloading pictures. Maybe they'll show up somehow.
He doesn't know what he's doing. Somehow his hard drive is not coming up. And,
Oh, I was so ready with so many good pictures, and they're all just hidden somewhere where nobody can access
he was so
them.
ready with so many good pictures. Hearing protection in an item room? No, but you should wear a respirator because there's smoke in here. He's already frustrated. He was yelling and swearing. He's actually calmed down because I started the stream. He was flipping out. Flipping out. Welcome to Tuesday Night Live. We are here. We're up against the State of the Union address. So all you very politically minded people, you can maybe watch both or jump back and forth. You know, what you can do is when they start doing the clapping,
Like every couple of minutes.
like
Where
every
half,
couple of minutes,
half of them stand up and clap, and the other
he
sit
says
there and
like
go.
3 words. Yeah, while they're doing that,
And then
you can
he'll
come
say
over
something
here
and
and see
pause.
what we're
and
talking
then
about.
half of them go like
And
this,
then
and the other half goes.
political theater. You love it. You love to see it, or you don't. I feel bad I'm missing out because it won't be what's in the news for like a week. Unless something happens, like a war with Iran or something. Mexican Spec, I hope things are going well down there in Mexico. I heard there's some problems, but hopefully it's pretty isolated. They show, our news is showing all the fires, talk about all the prisoners that are escaped and on the loose. I guess it's real bad in Mexico. Everything in Mexico. Halitosis, that's right. That dinosaur has horrible breath. Horrible breath. Whew! Those dinosaurs. That's what actually killed the dinosaurs was the smoking.
Maybe it's reboot time.
Mexican Spec says, I have
Nothing
talked
is
to
working.
people living in the I already rebooted it. Don't you dare reboot it again. I already talked to people living in the epicenter. They say it is almost back to normal. Well, all right then. Dean says he loves a hard drive if it has a SATA cable. I don't know what that is. Lester LeSabre says the state of cars here tonight. That's right. We are
We have something missing down there.
I know that's broken for some reason. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know why you're focused on that. Everything you're doing is broken.
Everything I'm doing is broken. That's broken.
Oh, that's the wrong thing.
I had plenty of time, and then I
know.
didn't.
It's tough. Mexican Spec understands.
Well, it was white, now it's black. You'd change something.
It's not working tonight. Let's tell you. We have no statistics, so we're just going to have to fly a little bit blind.
Everything's broken.
Mexican Spec says that Mrs. Spec says there are still problems on the highways, though. That's scary.
Good thing you went last week.
The rule of law and law and order in the streets is a nice thing. Okay.
doesn't this work? I'm just lost.
But we are safe here in our studio. In our studio, nothing can rattle us.
Okay, I do have a picture of it.
You do. It's a picture of a car.
It's
Go
one
figure.
sent in by JB.
So pretty. It's
Like
copyrighted by Dave Galinas. Thank you, Dave.
Okay, well, we'll
What did
probably
you
move
say
on
it
from
was? A concept car of some sort?
there. Where's my arrows? Maybe it goes this way tonight. Oh, we've got somebody's copyright all over everything.
Dave Galinas. Thank you, Dave,
Who
for all
sent
your beautiful pictures.
All these copyrighted pictures. Okay, here's what I did. I spent about 5 hours yesterday putting a whole bunch of concept cars on a hard drive and brought them out here, and they are not there. So I went back to my computer, downloaded them again onto this hard drive, made sure there's a folder that I could find, came in here, not there.
Okay, will it trade me places?
No. You don't know what you're looking for.
No. He just knowed me.
I got so much cool stuff. It's just,
Right,
we're going to do concept
luck.
car.
Have
We'll do
fun.
concept cars next week.
Right.
And
Good
I'll
night,
show them next
everybody.
week. She's mad at me. I'm so frustrated with this. Faith says she sent pictures. I'll look for Faith's pictures. I think I can find my email.
I'm just getting coffee. I'm coming back.
Kim's getting her coffee. See if you find a file out there it's a folder mark 0001. That way I could find it, be at one end or the other end of the files, but it's not there.
Maybe it's hidden.
Why would it be hidden? Just goes into the hard drive and never comes back out. Well, I'll show some cars, then I'll get to Faith. So I don't know what this thing is, but it's some kind of a, yeah, hippie long. Yeah, right. That's what I want to do, reboot. Except Kim threatened me. She says, don't reboot. And Robbie's, okay, now I'm looking at the chat because I'm so frustrated with my stuff that doesn't work. I'll look at the chat because it's working.
That's right. Looking at your phone, pay attention to your brain.
Robbie's here. I already said that. Mexican Spec, Dougster, Mean Street, Hippie, Long, Mo Parquet. Well, I'm going to do what Kim told me not to do. Because, no, I can't do that because picture's up there. If I reboot with that picture up there, it'll vanish. Oh, JB says it's a Pontiac Stinger. Oh, okay. Man, wasn't it Kia that's now using the name Stinger? Hey, John Wilburn's here, and Luis is here. Dean Stevenson's here. Yeah, buddy, I see you sent pictures. I have to wait for Kim to get back to... Maybe I can grab her mouse and fix this. At least something. I'm going to put the dyno room back up. There. Now, I'm going to reboot my computer. Because it is just something totally wrong. Okay, so while mine is rebooting, well, mine is so jacked up it can't even be used, so I might just well reboot it. What's the worst thing that happen? I don't have it. I don't have it anyway. So we're in the dyno room for a little bit. Don't do it. Dean Stevens says, don't do it, Buff. Thou shalt not reboot unless the system administrator says so. I am the system administrator on this. No, I think Kim's the system administrator on this computer. Well, it's not the first time I've had trouble with this computer and had to reboot it. And That usually fixes it. We're in the dining room again because I'm trying to make my thing work over here.
All right. Whatever. Whatever
It's
you want to
just,
do.
it's just, it was worthless the way it was.
Was it?
When I spend like 5 or 6 hours preparing for something and it won't show up, that's really frustrating.
JB is here. John Wilburn, it sounds like, is here. Main Street Mopar. Luis is here.
I got the password.
Catalyst is here.
I got the password in, so it's coming up.
This is our D104. Listen to how sultry it makes my voice. Actually, it doesn't do anything but look shiny. It does a good job of looking shiny. That's really all it's there for, though.
Hey, Tavo. Okay, then I gotta stop this. Stop this.
You cannot stop it. You just have to wait for it. I had it stopped, but now you rebooted, and all the things have to start again.
All the automatic stuff has to start. Yep. You can't
Smile
hurry.
and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
You can't hurry computers.
Buddy Carfano got 28 inches of snow yesterday, with more tonight. Faith says she loves dinosaurs. I like trains.
Well, I was able to download Faith's pictures, but I can't pull them up yet. I'll get there.
We're gonna get there. We are. I swear. You know, this is our first live stream. We've never done this before, so, you know, bear with us while we work out all the...
Hey, Faith sent a bunch of stuff.
Iron
Hey,
out.
I'm up to the point where I got to my
Oh, that's good.
email.
Yeah. Ravi is here. Welcome in, Ravi. We're having some technical difficulties
Chicken Joker Mike, yeah, Dougster.
with computer number 2. So we're just hanging out in the dyno room. Prehistoric, pre-computer, you know. No windows here. We like that. You know. This state of the world as we know it. You know, we're in a prehistoric era. Kim and Buff's Computer Tech Live. That's right. We are in the Stone Ages. Right?
That whole folder's just missing. Amazing. It's just missing. Okay, we're not going to have all that prep I did.
Go in there and get that stuff and put it on the drive.
I'm not going to have it. Okay, so what we're going to do...
I don't want to do it without the stuff. You prepare.
Well, we've got new stuff that other people gave us. And it's doing this too, and I don't understand why it's doing that. Okay. Picture from Faith. Maybe you can switch over to... At least I can bring pictures up from other people.
Oh.
You just can't bring my pictures up.
Faith made a collage. That's Faith and her kitty cat. And there's Braden. I haven't seen Braden here yet tonight. But
Faith is here, and her cat.
Mike asks, are we hooked up to the dyno? No. No, not tonight. We're just hanging out in the dyno room. There's nothing hooked to the dyno right now.
There's another picture for Faith.
Look at them. That cat has 2 sets of ears. Waiting for the tunes to warm up in Buff's computer. I don't know what's wrong with his computer. I think there's something wrong with that hard drive.
Well,
He probably got overfilled. It's probably full of errors or something.
I don't know. And I put the folder in there, couldn't find it. Then I raced back there like 3 minutes to go, reload it, changed the name of the file or name of the folder so it'd be at the top 0001. Okay, that should be there. Nope, not there. So I don't know why it doesn't like that folder. Just doesn't like that folder. I don't know.
Maybe it's a virus.
Oh, and this is the one. Now I've got to get past this because this has all these. These are copyrighted.
That's a caddy.
Copyright. JB, you can't send me copyrighted photos when they say copyright right on
You might not have seen it.
them.
Thank you for trying, though. I appreciate the effort. Sometimes people don't notice those things.
So this
It's
is
our job as like the streamer people to notice, like, oh, this is
Pontiac
specifically listed with a copyright. Although I think we're allowed to make commentary on copyrighted things, we're just not allowed to present it as our own work.
Chrysler Turbine car.
Oh, yeah. How many of those cars did they make?
55.
Really?
Well, I've heard 50 and I've heard 55. Now, I heard 55 today from Steve Leto, who wrote a book about it and knows people at Chrysler and all this stuff, so I tend to believe him.
His guess is probably as good as
55.
anyone's at this point in the world, huh?
I don't know how many are left. They crushed a lot of them.
Really? Chrysler did?
Well, they didn't want to pay the import tax on it. And because there was some kind of import tax on
Oh, because they were developed by Chrysler, but they were built
in Italy.
In Italy.
And so but they brought them here and they put the engines in here.
Boy, it looks really like an early Valiant. What year was this turbine car?
1963.
Oh, okay. So it was in the same vintage of that. 7 or 8 are left, says Mexican Spec.
I don't know what this is.
D-Man says that Jay Leno has one. Yeah,
Jay Leno
I
has
think
one?
everyone has seen Jay Leno's. I think a lot of people helped Jay Leno to get his turbine car.
You know what it looks? You know what it looks like a Thunderbird? Elwood Engel. He designed the Thunderbirds from 1958 on to the early 60s, and then he was hired by Chrysler. He did some Chrysler cars after what's his name? The guy with all the fins. Elwood Engel went and did a lot of the bodies for Chrysler, the squared off ones, and the turbine car.
Are you doing okay now?
No, I'm having a hard time. My voice is all crackled up because my throat's hurting. And
D-Man said that was powered by an old quad 4-cylinder. Really?
What was powered by a quad?
The Oldsmobile Aerotech.
Oh.
And Dougster said the turbine car power level is about the same as a 318. Interesting.
Yeah, it was rated 130 brake horsepower, which wasn't a lot.
Oh,
But it's
Faith
very
says
smooth.
his grandma passed away, so he's healing from her loss. Oh, send our condolences, please. I did not know.
Yeah, Mike Hens says Virgil Exner. I couldn't pull his name out of my head, but yeah, Virgil Exner, and then it was Elwood Engel that came in after him. But he was at Ford for quite a while before he was at Chrysler. Inspector Bruce is here, 18 minutes after the hour. He always comes in right on the hour. You missed it, Bruce.
He was probably watching the State of the Union. That's probably as much as he could stomach.
The State of the Onion. That's what we're going to have, the State of the Onion. What is this? I remember this, but I don't remember what it was. Some kind of a Pontiac.
Look at that.
Mike N says I'll give myself points. Because he said Virgil Exner. He
Okay.
didn't give any points.
Yeah, you could. I agree. You should award yourself points.
And this is a
5 points, Mexican Spec. That's generous, but we'll give it. I'll allow it.
what is this? Is this a Firebird or is this something else? I don't remember what this is. Something
That's a
General
giant
Motors did.
pontoon
Or maybe
boat
it's some
with
kind of
wheels.
Cadillac or something. Yeah, like don't get in the way of that thing. Hope those things are like soft rubber and not.
Where's that, like Pebble Beach or something?
Oh, it could be.
The grass is so green.
59 Cadillac Cyclone. Yeah, I wouldn't like if you're riding a bicycle and you get poked with that 30 miles an hour.
Dougster says, look at the Dagmars on that one. Right.
There's another one though.
That's the Batmobile.
Well, that was before it was a Batmobile.
But it
That
was
was
the Batmobile.
That was the. I
Now,
can't
is
think
this
of it.
the specific car that was turned into the Batmobile?
Yes.
There was only one of them.
Yeah, it was a
It was
concept car.
Barris that did the
No.
conversion.
Yeah, it was a concept car from 1955 from Ford. I can't remember the name of it. Somebody will say what it is. And then it ended up, Barris bought it like for $1 or something from Ford, and they because they'd used it in some movie, and he stuffed it in his backyard of his shop. And then it sat there and deteriorated, and then they needed he did a lot of movie cars, and they wanted a car to make the Batmobile out. So he drug this thing out and made the Batmobile out of it.
It's also copyrighted, so we should
I
probably move
I
along.
just noticed that. And that is Camaro wagon. That would have been kind of cool. I would have driven that. A little cam back end on it.
55 Lincoln Futura.
Yeah, it
he
was a
said.
Futura. Just like my old car, a Futura. I
So-
forgot. That was like they used
so
that name later.
futuristic.
Yeah, that looks kind of cool. And this one was sent in by, who sent this in? Lester LeSabre. And he said this is a picture of Lester LeSabre and Mexican Spec together. You ever watch Mexican Spec on?
Yeah. That's an inside joke.
That's an inside joke. So I'm going to start trying to download. I'm going to see if any of my other stuff works here. See if I can download some more pictures.
Dean knows. He's got the green square. I want to welcome in anyone who has stuck around for 22 minutes of this entire shit show, who is here not live, because many of the people who watch our show watch after. Maybe they're watching the State of the Union. Maybe they're still watching Kiwi, and they stop in later to see how things go, to see if we'll recover from our early stumble. And apparently we have, I guess. You can call it that. And yeah, so welcome. If you're here, you're not live, try and be here live. It's fun. You know, people stop in, they say hello. Sometimes they stay, sometimes they don't stay. At least say hello. Make yourself known. Plug your new stuff. We do that for our friends. We want to see there's no shortage of success out there. I don't know why I'm not claiming a bunch of it, but there's lots of it out there. So if I can help you be successful, maybe
We'll be back here in a
there's
minute.
probably people in our chat that want to see your new work. Did you work on your car? Did you get a new cat? Did you
Faith sent this in too, by the
do
way.
something artistic or creative? Tell us about it so that other people can like and subscribe to your channel. Because community, honestly, is the biggest gains that we've had. You know, finances, not so much. But making friends and having community and having some things that we like to do and some people to look forward to seeing and some encouragement is pretty powerful stuff. So thanks, everybody, for being here, for getting here live and hanging out with us. We don't know how many there are because our live control panel is broken.
Can you try to fix the live control panel again?
I tried earlier and it just didn't want to.
So that's probably a YouTube problem then? I don't know.
That is a
Man, it's just
that is a OBS Studio problem.
so OBS Studio's jacked up
It's just
too.
not going. It knows what it's supposed to be doing.
It's just not working. Got so much stuff tonight not working. I don't like it when our stuff doesn't work, but it's not working.
I don't know. It ain't my fault. Solar flares or something.
Blame it on the State of the Onion.
Dean says I've given Auto Salvage Outlaw your link. He may be here. We know who Auto Salvage are. I mean, I know who they are. Haven't they been here before? They've been here before.
Well, I can get sort of get the stats from here.
Stats! Yeah, yeah, you can get stats from there. Go to the live control panel. Go to click
Do
on
what now?
go click on analytics and it'll go to your live control panel. There you go. You have it right there. You don't even need me.
But I
If
don't
you
see
scroll
it.
down and see, there it is right there. Right there.
Okay, I can see it from there.
I
Sort of.
don't know why it's not working on there. I really don't.
So mine has this working. That's supposed to be on your computer. And my computer, what I need, is not working at all.
We're live in 6,900, almost 7,000 kilobits per second.
If this were an
Full
airplane,
HD.
if this were an airplane,
Yeah.
I'd be doing everything I could to get it on the ground right now. Who's this? Oh, Luis said Rugrats. I looked up and I saw Rugrats.
Blame it on the rain, yeah, yeah. Dougster's got it right. It's the rain. You know what it is? It's the temperature change. It was like freezing. It was like 20 degrees yesterday. Today it's 50. That's a big change. A big swing like that, it'll cause your computer. Yeah. That's tough on the silicone. It expands and contracts rapidly like that. It can make hard drives lose files and solar flares. Yeah. Yeah. The shifting of the poles, global warming. Yeah.
Flat Earth.
Flat Earth.
So, Buddy Carfano sent this.
The moon landing. Uh-huh.
Did the moon land?
Yeah.
I thought it was still up there.
Well, you have not been on the deep web then, have you?
This is something Ford did in the 50s.
Oh,
I don't know.
It looks like it's going the wrong direction.
I don't know. I remember seeing stuff like this in the 50s. This is like the future cars, and we thought this is how it was going to be. Probably a good thing it wasn't. Got those big things in the back that, yeah. My brother, when we were little kids, going downhill on a bicycle, going like crazy, turned around to look for somebody else behind him, and he hit the back of a 57 Chevy and got that fin. It's just straight back. It doesn't even stick up like this. Got it right in his gut. He tried to crawl home, couldn't do it. Some kid in the neighborhood helped him get home. He took him to the hospital, and they thought he had a ruptured spleen. Kept him in the hospital a couple of days. Decided he was okay and sent him home. This would have been worse.
Just from them winglings? No.
Mm-hmm.
JB says it's going to be 90 here tomorrow. Not sure I'm ready for that.
Oh.
Yeah, I'd prefer it not to get 90. That's what'll happen. It'll be 50, 56 degrees here. Oh, then it'll be 60. Then it'll be 95. Like, bam!
95
right?
would be wonderful.
No, it won't. Because it'll be 90 degrees and 90% humidity. The same damn day.
I'll take it over this.
What is this?
Freezing cold. Well, Buddy Carfano sent in a picture of the same car, but from a different angle.
Looks like bedroom furniture.
What?
Doesn't that look like a bedroom?
No. Oh, you mean the room it's in?
Yeah.
Put this in your bedroom.
And it looks like two women, too. This is that futuristic 60s, woke 60s future.
Okay, who did this? It's General Motors, but I don't know. I can't duck far enough. I don't remember what car this was.
Don't know.
Who knows what this is? Maybe put my computer on the floor.
He's going to throw it out a window.
And I knew a guy back when he went to Russia to meet some girl. Her name was Nastya, like Nasty. Yeah, Nastya. And she was nasty. And she got mad at him. She grabbed his laptop. They were on like the 5th floor, and she heaved it out the window.
Mike says Sleep Baseball is a sleep aid. It simulates a radio broadcast of fictional baseball games. It puts me right to sleep. Yeah. You know what? Baseball has that effect on a lot of people. Puts them right to sleep.
Oh, and this one is the original Chevy Biscayne. That was
Biscayne.
That was a concept car, I think,
Bisquick makes today's
50,
pancakes.
in the early 50s, like mid 50s. And look at that. It's got the indent on the side, kind of like a Corvette, but it's backwards. And it's bug-eyed like a Sprite. I don't know if I like
Still
that.
is that unique. You can't.
But
You gotta give it that.
But it's got suicide doors and it's a hard top and
Bias ply tires.
Well, of course. What other tires are you going to use then? Oh, JB says that was a 51 Buick. That everybody says is a Buick. Yeah, and this, I remember this thing, not when they did it, but I remember it being around, like when I was a kid, at seeing pictures of it. These are all Buddy Carfano cars.
That's right, the biscuit.
Oh, what is this?
That's AI. That's just a little model.
This is
You could see the Dodge Ram pickup in it, though, for sure.
Yeah, it says Dodge Concepts have made it to production.
Never made it to production.
Well,
I mean, all it really is
it sort of looks like something that made it to
is
production.
a flare side bed Dodge pickup truck with the convertible roof. I mean, it's really not all that far off from something. The wheels don't really work as a Dodge truck.
I'd never seen this car. Buddy Carfano sent this in. 57 Chrysler Barracuda. So that's the beginning of the Barracuda name. Wow. Yeah, they probably would have sold that thing if they'd made that.
Well, I mean, that looks, aside from the wings, that's just a Barracuda. Right?
Mexican Spec says Chevy made that and it was a failure. Which one did Chevy make it was a failure?
The bug-eyed one, probably.
Oh, it was just one car. Oh, God. The Biscayne? Well, they made Biscaynes. They used the name, but it wasn't that car. Oh, here's a Mustang 2. The first Mustang 2, which was a concept car before even the Mustang, production Mustang.
Oh, yeah, it looks like
a
poorly combined front end of a Thunderbird and a Mustang.
I remember that thing when Ford was showing that all over the place. Dean says, my reply got wiped.
Did it?
My reply got wiped.
Sorry,
What happened? Are we on top chat? No, we're on live chat. We haven't killed anybody's stuff from here. I don't see anybody's been deleted.
Did you say a bad word, Dean?
Or Dean. Mexican Spec says, I spent 4 minutes responding. Oh, maybe if you have too many letters, it doesn't make it go or something. I don't know. I personally love the SSR. Which was the except they ride worse than my old 300,000 mile S10 4x4. The SSR, that's that little pickup truck, isn't it? Oh, now what's happened? You're gonna get rid of that? She's like moving this white thing all over the screen. I don't know what. Or you're gonna try to fuss with it and see if you can
leave
make
me
it
alone.
work.
We'll try to figure out why it's
Try to figure out why it doesn't work. Okay, she's on her screen over there trying to figure out why something doesn't work. Because it's a big white square right now instead of doing what it's supposed to do. So it's over here kind of covering things up and just being obnoxious. Yeah, the SSR was I think that truck with a tonneau cover on it. Looked like a kind of a caricature of a 50s Chevy pickup. It's like a second-gen Camaro front end. Mexican Spec says, Buff, the Dodge Sidewinder was a convertible pickup. Just like the SSR. Okay, I said the Chevrolet built that and it was a failure. Well, everything went away now. Whatever you're doing, it took all my chat away. But it's back
Not,
now.
it's there. I fixed it.
But it went back to top chat.
Listen, I can't do everything. You need to just be patient. I fixed your numbers.
You fixed that screen, okay.
Fixed your numbers.
And now we got live chat
Please
back.
stop on me.
Now we got live chat back.
I didn't write the software.
I know, we were having software issues from everything tonight.
I didn't write it.
Okay, so Mexican Spec meant Chevrolet built. Okay, now I get what he's talking about.
Good thing I didn't write it.
But the SSR, I think, was, I don't know if it was a failure. It was, I don't know if they ever meant it to make millions of them.
If I wrote it, it would be text only.
Dougster says, remember the flop that was the Chevy SST truck? There are two on them that run around in summer here in my area. One is fire engine red. The other, okay, I think that's the SSR. And then the HHR is the Heritage High Roof, which is the looks like a PT Cruiser, but it's a Chevrolet. Oh my God. We are struggling with the software tonight. Oh my God.
There, I got it. That
There
wasn't
it is.
that big of a struggle.
There it is. There's the SSR. That's the one everybody's talking about. Yeah, I think that thing looks okay. I don't really like that grill bar that goes all the way across the front, but it's not that bad. And I kind of like that thing, but yeah, they're well, it's funny about cars like that. They're like a big flop. Nobody wants them. Everybody hates on them. And then you go to buy one. There's like a cult of people that love them, and the price is like crazy, stupid high, and you can't buy one. So I don't know.
Uh-oh, Mike rolled an ankle and almost bit the dust.
See, Mexican
Careful,
Spec
Mike.
says OBS is working for us, so it's in your computer. Yeah, I don't know. She made it work. There are SSRs everywhere around here. My friend has a blue one or something. I don't know. It disappeared up above, but that was from JB.
Who said OBS is working? It's
It's a Mexican Spec.
Hey, Mexican Spec. How long have you been using the software? Right? Because I have flawlessly made this work for years. And then we have one bad night, and all of a sudden, it's all my fault.
Well, mostly it's this. Something's wrong with the laptop.
Something's wrong with your hard drive. Well, and when I came in here, your mouse wasn't working either.
I know. I was moving the mouse around. Nothing was happening. Mouse was out of business.
The USB port. Something wrong with the USBs on that computer. It's old.
It is an old, broken computer, but it works well enough that normally it works well enough. But sometimes it doesn't.
Well, I ain't got $6,000 to buy all new computers. Have you seen the price of RAM?
I know. And it's been what was Mexican Spec says something you haven't.
Make it work with the old junk.
I'm lost on the chat. I'm sorry. D-Man says I've driven a bunch of them. I'm not sure what that is.
User error, maybe. Yeah, no, it's not the OBS site. It's the OBS is excellent software. Honestly, for what I pay, which is the nothing that I pay.
Robbie says
it would be nice.
Robbie says he likes a PT Cruiser. I do too. I had one for a long time, and then my youngest son crashed it and destroyed it. So
Maybe long. We have.
I don't have it anymore.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 computers running all this stuff. That's just the computers. If we had to replace them all with new, because like this one runs 4 monitors, so we need special video cards and stuff like that. You cannot just buy a cheap computer. It has to be like. So yeah, we'd easily be into $6,000 for 5 new computers to run all this stuff.
I look up there and my hat is crooked. Why is
that's because it's your Algodonas hat. Is it
my Algodonas hat and Algodonas shirt. Yep.
What are you plugging Algodonas for?
I don't know. It's a nice little town.
Mexico.
It's a nice little town I like. I'm sick of wearing the same sweatshirt because most of my sweatshirts are green, so I can't wear them on here. So I only have a couple I can wear. So it's warm enough in here that I can just wear a t-shirt, and I've got my Los Algodones t-shirt on.
Hippie Long builds from scratch. I don't build from scratch. It's actually more expensive to build from scratch. That one came out of a dumpster. That one I bought like 9 years ago.
That's the one I'm using is 9 years old.
Probably.
Okay.
I don't know.
And then some of these computers, like the one that's down there that you were pointing to, I think actually bought that as a used computer.
No, that's the one out in the shop.
I know the one out in the shop we bought was used. I thought that one was too.
I brought that one with me. That one's probably 15 years old.
So the one in the shop we bought was a couple of years old. It was an old corporate computer from somewhere. Got it. Kim stuck another card in or something. We've got it up at the shop. It works great.
JB,
It was $150 plus the shipping. I remember that. It was $200. That's the best $200 we spent here.
And I put a video card in it.
Yep, it works so well.
I know. I made it work pretty friggin' good.
Yep.
I can work on a shoestring, people. Everything we own is junk.
Maybe that's what I should do for my computer in my room is buy one of those. They call it a refurbished.
You said you want to get the newest, greatest thing.
I know, that's what I want, but I don't always get what I want.
Yep. JB asks, isn't Algodones where Pole Barn West is located?
Buddy Carvalho's the PT Cruiser wagon's okay, but the convertible's ugly. I have to agree with that. JB, isn't Algodones where...
I just read that.
Oh,
I don't know where Pole Barn West is located.
I'll tell you where Algodones is.
I don't think it is.
It's right by Yuma, Arizona. It's right there. Yuma's in the very southwest corner of Arizona, almost California. Algodones, actually, you have to go into California to go south to go into Algodones. There is no way to drive into Algodones from Yuma without going around. But
Landon Custom Classics is here. Que paso, amigos? Welcome in.
Que paso? Gotcha, I think Pole Barn Garage is a similar name in New Mexico. Oh, that could be. Yeah, he's in New Mexico, isn't he? I don't think he's in Arizona. I don't know. He's got like a western place. I sure like Arizona. New Mexico's, there's okay places in New Mexico, but it's a Rocky Mountain state, and Arizona is a desert state. I mean, they look the same on the map, but they're not, you know. And New Mexico can get really cold in the winter in the mountains. And Arizona, I guess northern Arizona, like, very northern part of Arizona is in the mountains. It gets really cold. But southern Arizona's really hot, which I like.
Dean is updating us
on something about dialysis. Okay, so you're scrolling back. He's been abandoned by his outlaws. Exception has been his daughter, his girlfriend, Outlaw's Garage. Russell and Scott, 6%, have dug deep to help. I don't know what all this is about. But you scrolled way back.
Auto Salvage Outlaws has been abandoned by his ex-wife, who looked out his health care, which he paid into for more than 41 months. Oh, jeez. Okay. I understand.
So we've lost, I don't know. Can you catch up with the chat? Because you know where we are. I'm lost. Oh, Landon, guys, I can just start any place. Landon Custom Classics says, finished my 429 swap and cruised the T-Bird today.
You got to drive it.
429s are great engines. They're kind of heavy, but man, do they go. Okay. Do you want to go back to my screen, or do we want to look at this?
Sure.
Okay.
I feel like tonight's been very disjointed.
It has been, because I got all flustered 3 minutes before.
Oh, yeah, we started with him yelling at the computer.
I was so flustered with everything, and
and rebooting.
It's just, I prepared so well, and none of it worked. So, yeah, I'm frustrated with that. I spent probably, I said 5 or 6 hours. I spent the entire day yesterday just preparing for this show, and it all disappeared.
Well, do you have like a thumb drive or
I can
something
go
you
put
can
it on a
put it
thumb
on?
drive, but then I'll unplug this, and I don't have any more USB slots.
Well, unplug that. That'll go away if you unplug it.
Yeah, but it takes away other things I'm doing.
Oh, all right.
I guess I could do it.
That is pretty sharp. Now, is that a concept car or is that just
I
somebody's
think that's a
Holden?
yeah, it's a down under car. It's a concept car, I think, or maybe it's somebody's hot rod, but I think it's a. It says Holden Concept Design and Development, and this is Buddy Carafano's picture. I like that. I think that, and I think that's one that I, during my stuff I all put together. I think I have a picture of that in there.
Mike says that's the winning formula. Buff losing his freaking mind and you try to calm him down. I don't try and calm him down, though. I just pester him.
Well, when
I get mean to him.
yeah, she gets mean.
I'm
It's like it's just when you put that much work into something, it just piff.
I
it's
mean, I
gone.
don't want to. You keep talking about you, but you won't go get the thing.
You want me to go? I'll leave and go get it.
Go get it. I'll
I
keep
gotta
him company.
scoot this stupid chair. My feet. See, I'm on a chair where my feet don't reach the ground. They swing there like a little kid. So I got to try to force my feet down far enough to paddle the chair back.
I tried to find a zip drive. Do you have a little thumb drive or something
I
like
think
that?
I have a thumb drive. Looks like a lead sled. It does look like a lead sled, but it looks pretty good.
It does. All right. Well, now that he's gone, now that we're rid of him, I've got the internet. Throw me out some. It's all go. That's right. Throw me some stuff that I want to Google, and I will Google us up some pictures of some concept stuff. Dougster, I know you know some stuff. Play GeoGuessr. No. Or we could later. Honestly, I don't want to get too involved in it because he won't be long. Yikes. How was Kiwi's show tonight? No, don't give him too much grief. He does not like it when the technology fights him. Sometimes it's just that day. Like, I've known that for a long time. Yeah, that is what it is. The Holden is Jiffy. $2026 concept vehicles. All right, let's see if we can find anything like that. What is the future? Do we want to know? Cars of the future. The Ford Big Red semi-truck has a huge turbine engine. Really? Mexican Spec says, want to thank everyone that was worried about us. We are good where we are. See, I knew that you lived someplace that was relatively stable compared to some places. Mexican Specs. I wasn't worried. I don't know. Maybe I should have been worried. I don't worry too much about normal things. I worry about some weird stuff. Dean says the future is going to be just fine, fellas. Oh, thanks, Dean. I needed that reassurance, because you know what? Sometimes it's a little scary. You wonder, like, what is going on? Luis is telling us about movies. Oliver and Company is one of my favorite Disney movies of all time from 1988. Thanks, Luis. actual 2026 cars are bad enough, says Lester LeSabre. I mean, ugh. Ray says, what about the GM Future bus? The DeLorean EV from 2024? I think we that ship has sailed, I believe. They were either going to come out with it or not. I don't know. Are they still conceptualizing EV cars? Have we not let that go? Are we still, everything is still EV. Oh, I kind of like this Audi. That looks very off-roady. The Future Liners, says Doug. Okay, let's look at the Future Liner. That sounds cool. Oh, apparently that's a band. Yep. Imagine Dragons.
I know I should not put that.
Maybe it would help if I knew how to type. There it is.
Oh yeah, that thing.
That looks old. Or is that retro futurism?
Yeah, they did that a long time ago, and then what's his name in Utah? Who's the guy in Utah? See, somebody will make some points here. The guy in Utah that did all the that restored that thing. Oh, and then JB says wrong. Future Liner, Kim. Future Liner. Isn't that what that is?
Oh, there's an E in Future Liner. There's no E.
Well, that's the one that maybe they know something I don't know. Yeah,
No.
Kendig redid that thing. Mexican Spec.
Mexican Spec gets 2 points. Can't go under bridges, says D-Man. Yeah, they really went high and mighty on there. I don't know why. Ooh, that one looks rough. It's in. That's boy, that is rotting away. Rotan away. Yikes. Yeah, once you knock the top off, it's easy. Oh, one was a bandstand. It was a traveling show. And they were mobile displays of future technologies. Wow.
General Motors showing off.
Wow, pretty neat.
Okay, I think. Well, I got all my pictures on the thumb drive, so.
Did they? Can you see them?
Yeah, it came through with no problem. So
why didn't we do that before?
I don't know.
You just got all flustered.
Because I always use
Braden is here.
I always use that.
Welcome in, Braden. Glad you made it.
I always use that external hard drive. I didn't expect it to fail. But it doesn't like that.
It's not happy with it tonight.
Doesn't like that folder. I don't know why.
Mr. Ford, that is a Future Liner. And it is an historic GM vehicle. Ultra rare. GM Future Liner. $671, 426 cubes of two-stroke. Really? Did it have a giant two-stroke diesel in it?
Hey, Ford rules. What was that vehicle?
They were powered by a GM Inline 6. Huh.
Mr. Burlock. Spoke to Mr. Burlock on the phone tonight. He has an interesting engine, but I haven't studied it close enough to... He's going to send me some drawings. He's trying to describe it to me on the phone, and I was like, I couldn't wrap my head around it. So Uh, it's kind of a rotary piston thing. Anyway, I'm kind of interested to see it, but he'll send it to me. And I guess he hangs out in Tony's and in Mexican Specs, and then somehow he found us. So welcome. I'm glad you're here.
JB says no, they had a 302 GMC inline 6. All right. Boy, that's a pretty big vehicle for an inline 6. I know the 302 inline 6 is pretty big, but still. Uh-oh. Buff Del Campo's got his...
These are still from Buddy Califano. I'm still going through.
Okay.
I'm still
All
going
right.
through these, but I think I have
We're
pictures.
back to the Buff Del Campo show, folks.
I think.
Thank you for enjoying me for just a moment. We now return you to your regularly scheduled Buff Del Campo.
There we go. I think that is a Holden concept car. I have a picture of it all put together. I know it looks like a transformer right there. What is that? What noise is that? That's
the noise the Transformers make. Oh, I have to be careful. That's like copyright.
Here's a Mexican
sound bite.
Here's a Mexican prototype, Biomotion Alex concept. I can't read it. Mexican affordable electric revealed. Something built in Mexico. You know about this Mexican spec?
They would.
Oh, what's dope? What is Brian saying? I'm so fucking pissed right now. My bottle Jack Daniels fell out of my pocket while I was walking home. That I purchased from the store. I'm so mad they won't replace it either. Of course not.
I know.
And my grandma died. I heard that. Yeah, Faith told us about your grandmother.
We're very sorry for your loss, Braden.
I was in Arizona, grocery store, and I really couldn't afford beer at the time. But there was a really expensive European beer I wanted, and they had some there. And I was like, man, I shouldn't buy this. I shouldn't buy this. And I wanted it. So I got it. And it didn't fit in the grocery cart real well. And I put it in the bottom. And I went out of my car and I unloaded the thing. I went over and I put the shopping cart in the thing. I got home and it's like, the beer isn't there. I thought about it. You know what? It was in the bottom. And I left it out in the parking lot. Of course, I went right back over there. And of course, it was gone. Lost. Never did have that beer. Okay, so those are Buddy Carfanos. You want me to move on to what's this? Oh, what's this? A notice from Google. Okay, that's probably not a bad notice. Okay, so should I tell the story about a recent YouTube? What, you don't want me to tell the story? That look on your mouth is like, don't tell the story.
No, go ahead. Tell the story. I don't even know what the story is.
There's a guy that I watch a lot. He's got almost 2 million subscribers. His name is Sean Woods. Right now he's doing he has a big garden in Oregon, and everything he cooks for dinner is either animals he raised, like chickens or something, he even had snails one night, but he cooks dinner every night. And then I didn't see him for like over a week. And then he came back and he says, well, you got a copyright, or not a copyright strike. He got a strike from YouTube because there was somewhere in the background in one of his things, there was a chocolate Easter bunny. They gave him a strike for that. They pulled the video down and he contested it, which they blew off. Nope, they're going to sustain it. And they gave him 7 days off that he can't load up videos. That's where he was. And 90 days probation for a chocolate Easter bunny somewhere in the background in one of his videos while he's cooking dinner. It's like, I don't even understand what's wrong. I don't get it. Anyway, Sean Woods, if you like cooking and natural kind of stuff that people grow themselves, and go ahead and watch him. He needs a little, he needs some views because they really messed up his channel doing it.
E-Fog is here. Welcome in. Mall Parquet? Yeah, it's an electric vehicle.
It's a Mexican electric vehicle. Okay, so now I'm going to move over to the, that's not where I want to be.
I don't really see the, like, a lot of utility in an electrical vehicle for me. You know, you have to have somewhere to plug it in, or you have to go to the special station. It takes a long time to charge. They're very expensive. If they were cheaper, they're simpler. You would think they would be cheaper, but instead they're more expensive than a comparable gasoline car. Like, I don't see the upsides.
There's an electric vehicle I'm going to show in these what do we call them?
Concept cars?
Concept cars. And it's one I really like.
Lester said, I thought you were going to say that the snails made him sick for 7 days.
No, the snails. He's got little kids. He's got this little daughter. The youngest one, he asked her, did you try the snails? She goes, yes. He says, did you like the snails? And she goes, they were okay. And he says, what they taste like? She goes, rubber. He goes, do you want more? Do you want to have them again? She goes, no. Okay, so you're moving my stuff around.
They wanted to see the front end.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's a Mako Shark. The second Mako Shark. Actually, a friend of mine in Ashtabula, Ohio, made the molds for this car, which I didn't know that until years later when I met him. But that's kind of what the 68 Corvette was based on, was this car.
Is that the sawhorses that we have in the garage?
Same guy. That's his sawhorses.
We have his
We have sawhorses. Got like fiberglass resin and goop all over them. And that's Ray Headley's sawhorses. Ray Headley passed away in 1996, I think. And he was 75 years old then. But he's kind of a quiet guy, but he did a lot. He was a fiberglass genius.
Mr. Burlock says, have you heard of Fisker? Yeah, the Fisker Karma?
Wasn't
it Rich Rebuilds had a Fisker?
Rich Rebuilds, yeah, and then they did another Fisker later. They did the SUV Fisker. He's failed twice. Fisker, he's quite a designer, a terrible businessman. He got a lot of money from the government, as did Tesla. He got the same amount of money as Tesla. I'll say this for Tesla. They made a good company out of it. Fisker took the whole thing to Finland and put it in production and lost his ass, and the money's all gone. And it was over $500 million. I mean, that's U.S. citizens paid for that. Fisker was a great businessman. He pockets millions twice. Yeah, I don't know where the money went.
Yeah,
maybe it went in his pocket. Maybe he just lost his ass.
I don't think that's what I would call great.
Yeah, Fisker, cool looking car. I mean, I like the Fisker Karma. I think it's a cool looking car.
Welcome in, Granddad's Junk.
Okay, so next, I don't know which direction this is going to go. Oh yeah, that's the direction I want to go. That's the 1962 Ford Mustang. That was the first car they called the Mustang. It was a little rear engine car or mid-engine car. Concept vehicle.
That's wild.
That
what on earth
is a Chevy Astro. The first Chevy Astro Just kind of weird. I think it looks really cool. The back end comes up and it lifts the seats up and you get in, and when you close it, the seats go down into position. Pretty cool. Except if you crash that thing and end up on your top, how do you ever get out of that? I don't know.
Well, what if you want to get out and your passenger doesn't want to get out yet?
Or if you open it while you're going down the road and it turns into a parachute. I don't know. It's a great concept car.
Yeah. Better conceptually than...
Yeah, it's not a real good concept for... Okay, this is the second Chevrolet Astro, the Astro 2, which is actually a pretty cool car. It's a mid-engine, basically a mid-engine Corvette prototype from the 60s. 68, which I like that car. And then Mexican Specs is the one they're going to call the Cougar. I do have that Cougar concept here pretty quickly, Mexican Spec. And that was the Chevy Astro 3, which is a three-wheeled thing with the headlights back on the fenders, and then up on the front they open up like this.
That looks like an airplane with no wings.
That looks like something that handle like crap. Yeah, I mean airplanes.
It looks like the cockpit for an airplane is just without the rest of the airplane.
Can you center that up a little bit better?
No.
This is the electric car. Well. This is the electric car I like. This was AMC. AMC called this the trying to find what they called it. Amatron.
Oh, at least it has a cool name.
And it had some batteries that were, man, I forgot the name of the batteries now. But they were a lithium type battery, but not like what they use today. It was a lithium something, I forget what it was. And they charge pretty quickly, but you can't discharge them quickly. They don't get hot, they don't catch on fire. But what they did was, I think they put a lead acid battery in there so when you want to start going, it kicks in that lead acid battery and gets you rolling fast, and then it regenerates for the lead acid battery. But it had like 190-mile range, but it was meant for around town. It wasn't real fast. It had this fairly small wheels on it. And somebody has this. I forget who has it, but it's up on somebody's shelf in their shop because I've seen it recently stored up above on a shelf. So that car still exists. But, yeah, headlights pop up. Yeah, Mexican Spec will like that. He likes everything with pop-up headlights. That I didn't really want to show. We were talking about 8-track and 4-track tapes. The 4-track is on the left, and there's a hole in it because the pinch roller pops up in there. That's a whole nother thing. Oh, that's a second picture of that. That is a Corvair Monza GT that never went into production, but it's a Corvair engine.
Random Custom Glasses says it's a lithium nickel fluoride battery.
That's exactly what it was.
All right, you get 2 points for telling us about technology names. Mexican Spec wanted to know if the whole top lifted off of that car, little car.
Which one, the last car?
The little one.
I'm going back to it. That car.
No, the 8-track tape. Does the whole top lift off of that? Yeah, this
one. What?
I think this is the one he was talking about.
No, I think he's talking about this. The whole top lifts up, I think.
Oh.
I think it does, but I don't remember. Or is that a door? You know, that might be a door that swings up kind of on the A-pillar.
Just say you don't know.
I really don't know. That's a good answer. You can look up AMC Amatron, and you can learn about it.
Pretty good for a Mexican. What do you mean, for a Mexican? Mexican Spec says he doesn't see a door.
Well, maybe there's no doors.
Maybe it's just not even maybe it's not even real.
This is a Chrysler Turbo Flight, which
we've looked at this car before.
That is a Virgil Exner
mistake.
Excess. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Too hard there. Got the big wing on the back, and then the...
Well, and the top goes back into this weird thing with you can see the window in the back of that weirdo top. I don't get
Yeah.
it. I just don't get it. What were they thinking?
I don't know. They're trying to be different.
Then when you open the door, how do you get in past the windshield? I don't know, because that windshield comes way back, like stick you in the throat on the way
The
through
whole
the.
car lifts up off like a funny car.
Maybe that doesn't. Nobody ever gets in it.
Danny Boyd says, "I knew that was a Chrysler at first sight."
And this, I had to put in a European car. It says Citroën. I don't know how do you pronounce it. Right?
Is
Citron.
exhaust falling off of it? Move your head a little bit.
It could be, or maybe it's a jack to hold it up. I don't know. It's a Citroën that they that was a concept car.
Kind of looks like a stink bug. Don't you think?
This is another
Stink
Chrysler.
What the hell was Exner on? Probably acid.
That it's a Dodge Flightwing. Yeah, I think there might be another.
Dexter says
picture.
the body lifts up at the windshield on the Amatron.
Oh, it could. That is a Ford. What was that thing called?
That ain't even a car.
A Ford Gyron. It had two wheels and a gyroscope. Was the idea of it? And the gyro would keep it right side up. Oh, there was actually a car like that. This one, they never put the gyros in it. They never put an engine in it.
Doesn't it look like somebody on the Jetsons?
It was a pushmobile.
Meet George Jetson.
I don't know.
Daughter Judy.
Okay, I had this on my thumbnail.
That looks like a Mustang.
That is a Jaguar Piranha.
Doesn't it look like a Mustang, though? The
Not
hood
really.
looks different, clearly.
The person that designed this for Jaguar, not too long after this, did the Lamborghini Espada, which looked a lot like this. But this was the Mexican Spec says, did you know George Jetson was born in 2022?
Was he really?
Up
I
in
did
one of
not
those.
know that.
We don't live in one of those like flying saucers on a post.
Wow, I didn't know the Jetsons was supposed to be so far in the future. Like a lot of science fiction stuff, it's like wildly out of proportion. I mean, surely by the time George Jetson we'll have flying cars by then. That looks like a DeLorean.
This is a Lamborghini Marzal. It was a concept
A
car.
Lamborghini Marzipan?
It was a concept car that Lamborghini was showing.
Giuliani?
And we know who this man is.
I don't know who that is.
That is Virgil Exner himself.
Oh, man.
And that car was the XNR. If you pronounce that, it's Exnar. And that was, he got into the asymmetrical thing, like with that fin being off to one side. And he had cars with 3 headlights on one side and one on the other side. I think this is one of those. He really got into this asymmetrical thing. Danny Boyd's here. Good evening. Maybe I just saw him. He's been here. I don't know. And this is a Pontiac Banshee.
It sort of looks like an Opel.
It had the inline overhead cam Pontiac 6 in it. I think they made 2 of them.
Or Corvette.
It does look a lot like a Corvette, which is why I think they didn't produce it, because I think General Motors didn't want Pontiac to have a 2-seater sports car to compete with a Corvette. But they made one convertible, one hardtop. I think the hardtop's a much better looking car. I don't know if I have a picture of that in here.
Hide the beer, the Danster is here. No.
And then this is a Vauxhall. Another
That's kind of neat.
European car. Yeah, I think that looks okay. The door is a little weird. But it's a concept car. Something to take to car shows and get people interested in Vauxhalls, I guess.
Oh.
That was done in 1956, I think. Look at my notes here. Yeah, 56, Oldsmobile Golden Rocket. I don't know about that. Has a fin in the back. Guess it's a Golden Rocket. That's what people wanted in 1956, maybe. D-Man says those Pontiac 6s are ballsy. I got a friend out in California. He's probably 10 years older than me. He's still going. But I've told stories about him before. He had several of those 6s. He had one in a Nova. I think he had one in his, he built a 68 Pontiac Firebird for his daughter to go to school, and he built a 6 overhead cam 6 for that. He had overhead cam 6s and a lot of stuff. Well, I called him up and said, hey, man, what'd you do with all those? Because I got interested in it. He goes, oh, you can't get parts for them anymore. He goes, I sold all of them. I got rid of all of them. So, okay. So they're gone. Once he had, anyway.
Braden, I'm sorry about the issue with your grandmother's will. That sounds very familiar. Buff Del Campo is probably going to need to tell his story about that kind of situation now. I don't think he'll be able to hold back.
Get yourself an attorney. There are some times where things goes to family before to go to the state. And I know this from experience that sometimes that happens. Although you might go through a period of struggles with an attorney. Yeah, I have a friend that got killed, and he didn't have a will. And he and I had discussed this in the past. And his stuff ended up, it's a huge mess. It's a huge mess. And when that happened, I said, you know what? I got to go get a will. And I got a will done. Just so my family won't have to go through the mess like his was. So, any of you here, I don't care how old you are, go get a will made. My attorney charged me $200. Of course, those are Tennessee attorney fees, but it's a legal document that's there, so people at least don't have to go through a mess. You're leaving.
No, I'll be right back.
This car is a 62 DeSoto. What was supposed to be the 62 DeSoto, but of course 61 was the last year for the DeSoto. And that's the back end of it. I kind of like that weird fender on it. I kind of like that car. But it didn't happen. Four rules. Mr. Burlock says, damn ad popped up. Yep, you're going to get some ads. I'm sorry. We were clicking out of all the excuse me. We were clicking out of all the ads for a while. But then YouTube doesn't make any money. And they kind of suggested we not do that. So I just let them go. Yeah, so that would have been the 62 DeSoto that never occurred.
Oh, okay.
And that, you know what that looks like? That looks like a 63 Riviera, but it's not. That is prior to 63. That is a Cadillac LaSalle. They were supposed to bring back the LaSalle, and LaSalle was a smaller Cadillac up till 1940. And there are no more LaSalles, but in the mid-60s or early 60s, they were going to bring that back. But then, and they decided to go into production with it, but GM wanted to give it to Buick instead of Cadillac, and it became the Buick Riviera. And I don't know, maybe they made the right choice. Riviera always did well. But that's kind of an interesting beginning to it right there. There's that original Cougar. Ford, they called it the Cougar 2, so there may have been one before that. So this may be the one Mexican Spec was talking about. I remember this on the show circuit. I was a little kid, and I had all the magazines and looking at all this stuff. I remember this car was going to be the Cougar, but it was called the Ford Cougar before Mercury had it, 1967, year model 67. Yeah, LaSalle and Biff show. I'm just going. I spent some time with the concept cars. I didn't think there were that many, and I put together a pretty good bunch of them. Who knows what this is? Who knows what this is? This is a car that Ford had that it was debuted at the New York World's Fair in 1964. And no, Buff, they say that they were going to call the Mustang the Cougar first. Oh, they could have. I didn't know that. When English is here. Good evening. I was
Hi,
getting
Wendy.
60 pounds of, I guess, as in venison, cubes out of the freezer to thaw out to grind up for hamburger this weekend. And that's going to be good. So, Mexican Spec says nothing Ford about that. Yeah, it was Ford. It was called the Aurora. Supposed to be the new family, and that's when station wagons were, man, they were in their heyday, mid 60s. Oops. Where's the other pictures of the Aurora? Oh, I'll get back to it. They're not in order. That is the other that's the other Banshee, the hardtop Pontiac Banshee. I wish the Ford Aurora was in order. Somehow this stuff got out of order. That was a Dodge Charger, the Charger 2 from 1968, I think. Yeah, 68. It was on the show circuit in 68 as the Charger 2. When I first saw it, when I was a kid, I thought it looked like a Corvette, except the back. I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking. There's another picture of it, same car.
It looks like a Charger 3 on the little badge.
It could be the Charger 3. It is, you're right, the Charger 3.
Wow.
And who knows what this is? They actually built 5 of those, and I think they all still exist. Daniel Morrissey says, I want station wagons to make a comeback. I think they have somewhat, because I know the price on wagons has gone way up in the used car market. The old, like old 50s, 60s cars. Danny Boyd says, Toronado. Yes, rear. Danny Boyd says, Mangusta. Nope. Dougster says, AMX3, you win. You get some points for that.
Okay. You can have 4 points.
The AMX3, and then, God, I can't pull up names.
They're saying Pantera.
Yeah, I mean, Pantera's nice, but that's not a Pantera. That's an AMX3. Okay, now we're back to the Ford Aurora. That station wagon looking thing. You see how this is? This is for the family. It's got this yoke for a steering wheel, kind of weird. It looks
like an RV inside.
Yeah, it's like that's where the adults are supposed to sit. And in the back, oh, look at this. That's on the Aurora. 1964. This was the future of navigation. It had that crosshair that moved around in some kind of mechanical map thing long before GPS. I don't know how it was supposed to work. Todd Saw's here. Hey. How you doing?
It didn't really work. It was like out of a Cracker Jack box.
And there's the front of...
You just had a little map you slip in there.
There's the front of the Aurora, which Mexican Spec says has nothing Ford about it, but I think that has... I think whoever did the T-Bird, which was Owen Engel, he may have had something to do with this. I don't know.
Ah, he would... That's that Engel guy.
You're whacking me on the head. And then there it is in color from the back. Let's see if I can try to make it so you can see it better, but yeah, I got my head where the license plate is. But that thing is, I've got a picture somewhere where it shows the kids getting in it. Let me see where my pictures
Danny
are.
Boyd says there doesn't appear to be a stereo, though. There's a record player.
And then the second Ford Aurora.
It's in the ashtray.
I think this is the second Ford Aurora, which had that same seat in the back, so there was no door on this side. They made it into a hardtop, but that was actually probably something they could have produced, because we all know what that is. That's a 69 LTD, but they never did produce it as the Aurora. I know I have more pictures of the Aurora in here. The first Aurora. Well, there it is from a blue picture. Oh yeah, this thing. Alfa Romeo. What was that thing called? Car. Something. I forget. It's an Alfa Romeo concept car. Mexican Spec says Country Squire, not LTD. Okay, Country Squire. Country Squire was like the LTD version of the wagons. Okay, this is
Oh, that's talking about the
that's
nickel fluoride batteries.
that's yeah, something else. This is the yeah, I took all that stuff out that I put on this drive that didn't work, so it all got
Mixed in.
mixed in and out of order and stuff in the on the thumb drive. That's the driving area of the Aurora. And there again is the back with the bar. There's what you want in a car. A bar. That picture. I remember seeing on TV when the first day of the New York World's Fair in 1964. I remember they drove this thing on, and I thought it was so cool because it kind of looked like a Thunderbird, kind of looked like a Ford wagon. I don't know. I was so impressed with that car. That's I don't know what that is. That's a Cadillac. What is that Cadillac? Who knows what that Cadillac is?
Is it an Eldorado?
See, when General Motors
It
used to
says
do,
Eldorado on it.
it could be. I guess it does say Eldorado on. When General Motors did their concept
Are
cars,
those machine guns up on top of the fenders?
when General Motors did their concept cars, they called them XP. Like the XP 887 was the name for the Vega before it became the Vega. I always knew that car as the XP 887. This one happens to be an XP 840, which was a Cadillac. That's a crazy looking Cadillac. Predecessor to the Eldorado, I guess.
Barracuda had a Marzal Matchbox car.
And then I'm looking for my cursor and I can't find my cursor. Where'd it go? There it is. Dodge Charger concepts, but I think those are renderings. I don't think they're concepts.
I mean, I could see.
And there's that Cougar again, the original Cougar. And I'm going to skip over one quickly here because I know what it is. I know it's coming. I'm just going to slide through it. That one. And then I'm going to go to this, which was a concept Chrysler Dodge brought on, which was the Dodge Tomahawk, which actually had four wheels, but you rode it like a motorcycle because it would lean into turns. You know, the wheels would do this and it would lean into turns. And so basically it was a motorcycle with a V10 Viper engine. I don't know who would be able to hang on to that, but that's what it is. Ah, Dougster knows what it is. Yeah, Dougster probably like riding that thing. He likes motorcycles. That'd be a fast motorcycle. I don't know how you'd ever hang on to that. What is that, like 500 horsepower? You know? This is when Chrysler was really doing some cool stuff. And then this was a Dodge Diora. Oh, Mexican Spec says there's lots of Hot Wheel Tomahawks out there. I didn't know that. But this thing was built by a couple of customizers, guys that were called the Alexander brothers. It's two brothers that used to build cars. And Dodge had them build this for them. And that front windshield is actually the tailgate for a 1960 Ford station wagon. And if you think about what the 60 Ford looks like, you'll know. But anyway, the Dodge Diora, I know a lot of people, I know that's been a Hot Wheels car. Yeah, and Luis knows what that is, yeah, because he's into the Hot Wheels cars. That's something else. That's a Firebird 3. Pontiac late 50s, early 60s or something that they did.
Wow.
There's a lot of...
It's like a jet fighter without the wings.
What's that? A jet fighter without the jet. Got a big intake. Kind of flat looking. Let's see. Who said this? And Luis says he had that toy car. Yeah, but that thing actually drove. So they had toys too.
Burlock says he saw an LS motorcycle. The guy said he did 150 and got scared. Yeah, well, that's why he's still alive. Because he came to his senses about 150 miles an hour, strapped to an LS engine with 2 wheels. And he was like, wait a minute.
This is a Ford Unitron from 1960. You even have the date there.
Unitron? See, that doesn't even, that's like, those aren't even real windows. That's just like a model.
But here's where you know it's a Ford. Look at you just look at that. Does that look like 1960s Ford? Taillights, big round taillights. Although they're kind of low. Yeah, that was probably a pushmobile.
Yeah.
And there's the first Mach 1. First car they called a Mach 1, but that was done in 1966. So it kind of looks like a 67 Mustang with a chopped top. But
yeah, it looks very chopped, doesn't it?
And there it is from the back. I got a lot of pictures here. I told you I'd put a lot into this. Okay, the next one is a gyroscopic car. And it was called the Gyro X. It was actually built, and it had gyroscope in it, and 2 wheels, and then those landing gear back there. And once you get the gyro going, you put the gear up, and you ride it. You drive it like a car, but it leans into turns like a motorcycle, and it was actually a real car. They only built one of them. And there it is. And see those wheels on the side? That's so you don't, they added those on so you don't lean over too far and like crash into the side of the car. Because you get going through a turn real fast, you'd be leaning over too far. But that was a real car. And I remember it in the 60s, that was on the cover of Popular Mechanics.
Yes, we did briefly scroll past the XNR
Where's
car.
that?
Barry Kuda asks. He's right in the middle of the.
Oh yeah, I can go back to it in a minute. Well,
was it a Slant 6 powered car?
It could have been. I don't know. Yeah, XNR was Exner.
And didn't you say it was 63? Barry Kuda's saying it was a 1960, but I remember when I asked you, you said it was 60.
Well, I just wrote down whatever I found when I did the research. I'm trying to find it here because there was something that said. Oh, I don't see it. I don't see it. Oh, here it is. No, it just says Plymouth XNR. Didn't have a date on it, so I don't know when they did that. But anyway, this thing was the Gyro X. God, I can't think of who was behind this. It's a well-known designer. Who did the Alex Tremellis? The guy that did the Tucker, and then he did some other stuff. He was behind this. This is one of the last cars he did. And this is from down under. We saw pictures of this. Somebody sent pictures of this in already. It's the Holden Hurricane. And I have another picture of that too. I think that's kind of a cool looking car, but I don't know about the door. Josh Holmes says, looks as if there's a peg sticking out of it. On which one is that on? I'm not sure. That's a Mach 2 Mustang, which was a kind of little mid-engine. I don't know if it was mid-engine or not. It's a little race car. It had a 4-cylinder in it. I don't know. It was a concept car Ford had out for a short time. This is just a rendering, but I think it's something that was Pontiac. And I don't know who that is that signed it, but that sure has the Pontiac look, doesn't it? Now, who knows what that is? What brand would that be? Faith, me and my mom's boyfriend doesn't get along when I'm over at mom's house. Okay.
Sorry to hear that, Faith.
This was, I'm waiting to see if anybody guesses.
Maybe he's just a meanie.
Vegan pimp clothes. Nope, this was supposed to be like a small sporty car for one of the General Motors divisions. Oh, you're avoiding copyright troubles. Lexus 70 Camaro, nope. Chevy, nope. Vega, nope. Oldsmobile. It's an Oldsmobile. And it was just had an XP number, XP888. It's one of the General Motors XP cars. And I think I have, here's a picture of it. See, it's kind of a small car. The Opel GT was a small car. And then there's that, and then a Corvette. So that thing wasn't any too big. But it was, it says right on it, XP888 on the license plate. But that was an Oldsmobile concept car. And then here's one that was a Chevrolet. This was the car they put the Wankel in. And they had a big Wankel. It was like 266 cubic inches, a huge Wankel that they decided not to use. And this was called the XP897. And this car ended up somewhere in England. Oh, it was built in Europe, and they never brought it to the U.S. They just showed it in Europe. And then it sat around somewhere forever. Yeah, it looks like a Monza up front, doesn't it? It really does. I mean, that's where they got the design for the Monza up front. But this is a two-seater, and it was the beginning of their Wankel, GM's Wankel thing. And then, so they had that engine in this car, but they pulled the engine out, and then the car sat around rotting somewhere. So somebody, a guy in England, British guy, talked GM into selling it to him. They sold it to him, and he put a Mazda rotary in it. So he drives it around, takes the car shows, things like that. But it does have a rotary in it, only a much smaller rotary than what General Motors had. Because the Mazda rotary is only like 70 cubic inches, and theirs was 266. Can you imagine the power that a 266 cubic inch rotary would have made? That would have been a crazy engine. Oh, there it is. Talking about it. I don't know if I can bring that up. Oh, where is it? Rotary powered. Can't see it. I don't know, but anyway, that's what that was all about. Oh, there's more about it. Oh, he put a 13B in it, so he put an 80-inch engine in it. But there he is, driving it at some show in England. Oh, there it is. 200. It was a two-rotor Wankel that General Motors developed for the Vega. 266 cubic inches, a 4.4 liter Wankel. And then, but here it says Mazda's, which displays 67. I remember it as 70 cubic inches. Was the one like in the RX 2s, RX 3s, and the original RX 7s. And there's the back of it. I think that's a pretty nice looking car. Yeah, imagine a 427 big block rotary. Oh man, can you imagine what that would have sounded like? Come on, I gotta get a cough drop before I start having a sneezing fit. I think my picture show's about done. Yeah, there it is again. And you see by the size of him, that's not a big car. I think that's a really good looking car, though. Man. So my stuff's done. I guess I went and got it. So now we're back to showing people's cars. Big as a 55 gallon. Oh, what's Luis says about a Jensen Interceptor? Jensen Interceptor was actually a real car. Okay, I got to get back to the emails. I'm sure the emails are totally out of control. Faith sent a lot of pictures. No subject, no picture. Okay, that was probably an error. Oh, it's a bunch of Faith cat pictures. I'm going to hold off on those. Oh, Robbie sent something in. What Robbie sent? Oh, what is this?
Fruits.
He sent in food, I think.
Cool.
Not
Wasn't
a
there
car?
other ones down there?
No, that's from last week. Let's see if I can get this up there. Robbie sent this in. Tell us about this, Robbie. What is it? Burlock says 1.3 liter rotary, 2.6 liter rotary. Is a 26B, right? Yeah. Well, at one point, see, Mazda had the 70 cubic inch and 80 cubic inches, how I always knew them, and it was the 12A and a 13B. But General Motors was the 2.6 liter. It wasn't 2.6 liter, it was 266 cubic inches. So it was 4.4 liter. That is a big engine. What are you showing here? What is this?
Some type of Duke engine.
What are we? Where did you get this from?
It's an axial engine. Oh, I see. Interesting.
Where'd you pull this up from?
D-Man told me to search for it.
Oh,
It's pretty cool.
there's an engine.
When do we get one of these?
There's an engine similar to this that was used, and it was called the. Oh God, it's even got a type certificate on it for aircraft, but it's used in submarines. I can't think of the name of that thing right now. But it's a wobble plate engine. Yeah, Ray, a swash plate engine is the one I'm trying to think of. It's just it looks like an engine, but it looks like a 6-cylinder General Motors air conditioning compressor, but it's an engine. I can't think of the name of that thing, man. But that thing actually runs so well. It was used in submarines. It was used in torpedoes. It was certified for aircraft use, but I don't think they ever used it in aircraft.
That's pretty neat.
Duke, an axial engine. Yeah, I don't really know much about that. Okay, and
Robbie sent us a picture of some fruit. From India, I suppose.
yeah, is he still here? Robbie, you still here? Maybe he got tired of me showing my pictures. Yeah, swash plate, like an AC compressor. Yeah, like a 6-cylinder, but it was man, I don't remember the name of that engine. It was a big engine. But they were always trying to get funding for it to make an airplane engine out of it. But they
Thanks for being here, Dougster.
Dougster's taken off. All
Make
right.
sure everyone should definitely, you guys are all subscribed to the Dougster Wolverine Garage channel. If you're not, what are you doing? Dougster streams every Monday night. He's super entertaining guy. He's looking for another 20 subs.
Dougster, put up a link to your channel before you leave. Because you need I think you need 19 more subs and you can race at No Name Nationals. You'll have 500. Man, I think we can do that tonight. There are probably some people in here that are already there, but Ford Rules probably isn't. And Dougster does a good live on Monday nights. He sits there and talks about just about anything.
He's an entertaining
guy. Just like me, no politics.
Yeah.
But he talks about a lot of stuff. A lot of
Dougster
cars,
makes me
motorcycles.
feel inadequate. He's very entertaining and knowledgeable on so many things. And he's like a one-man show. Like he keeps it going for 2 hours
Oops.
without any help from anyone else.
Do not
I don't know how he does that.
I do not know how this happened. My computer's like not quite right tonight. This,
Ray says the fear will return. The Dougster is gone. I'm afraid the Dougster had to go.
well, maybe we can do this. Mexican Spec, are you still here? Can you put up a link to Dougster's channel? Let's surprise him with 19 new subs.
Yeah,
D-Man says I'll sub to Dougster. Yeah, at least there's one.
that's right.
And I don't know, did Mexican Spec leave? I don't think he left, did he? I don't know. He's probably working at it right now. This picture is from Inspector Bruce.
Oh, okay.
He says this is a friend's car. Oh. There we go. Okay. There's a link. We'll take a break here for a few minutes. Or for a minute. Go in there. Give Doug a sub. He needs 19 subs so he can race at No Name Nationals. And you know, he goes to No Name Nationals every year and supports the place, and he's always there as a spectator. But he can't race down the track because he doesn't have 500 subs yet. So
I don't know how he doesn't have 500 subs.
Me
'cause
neither.
He's been making good content for a
he
long
makes
time.
really good content.
Isn't it? Like I said, he's an entertaining guy. I wouldn't say it if it wasn't true.
And he goes to No Name Nationals. Yeah, Ray, a tow bar on it. I noticed that.
Oh, it
And
does have a toe bar.
Dougster goes to No Name Nationals every year. And you know how a car with a cam sounds? Potato, 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 potato. He goes around handing everybody potatoes.
Don't give away his secret.
And the first year is like, what's this potato for? Oh, everybody knows now, you know. Okay, I know there's pictures coming in and I'm not paying attention, so I'm just talking about stuff.
Ray has been comforted by Mexican Spec. Thank you, Mexican Spec. We appreciate your, even if it is Mexican comfort, we'll take it.
And then this is, oh, I know who this is. I see real names sometimes. I don't know who it is.
Buddy Carafano said he sent more pictures. Is it a Buddy Carafano?
No. This
No,
is
it's someone else.
Landon Custom Classics.
Oh, he got his engine
This
in.
is a 429 and a 61 or 2 Thunderbird. I don't know which year that is. It's a 61 or 2.
He said he got to drive it today.
Look at that dude in there. That's not supposed to be in there.
Wow, I'll bet you he's going to have the video out about that any minute now, so make sure you're subscribed to his channel if you want to see him getting that engine stuffed in there. Wow.
Yeah, that's a pretty good body style Thunderbird too. I'm just looking at it all. Wow.
Crazy.
Then I'm downloading. I'm downloading. Braden sent some pictures. I think they're concept cars, but I'm not sure. See what Braden sent in. Oops. Is that what I'm supposed to? Or am I supposed to go this way? Nope. And I don't know which way is forwards and backwards.
Wrong way, Del Campo.
Braden, did you send this in, this Firebird? We looked at one of these earlier, but that's the Firebird 1, Firebird 2, and Firebird 3. And we looked at the Firebird 3 earlier, but that's all of them together. Before the real Firebird came about. Mr. Bread says any engine is improvement over the 390. I don't agree with that. I had a car like that. It was a pig, 300 horsepower worth of slowness. Okay, I used to take the old 390s. And I'd bore them 80 thousandths, use 406 pistons in them, put a cam in it and time it right. And of course, then, you know, you put the right heads on it, you're going to have 11-to-1 compression. And an intake manifold that'll run a 4-barrel, put a big Holly or big Edelbrock on it.
How is a
And
390 not a good engine? I don't
and
understand.
those
Like,
things,
I'd never owned one. I
those
just
things ripped,
why
man.
why were they not good? The regular
Yeah,
390.
Mr. Britt says the 390 is good. The 429 is good. The 390 was not. Yeah, I
No, what was wrong with the 390?
well, in its stock form, it was 300 horsepower, but 300 horsepower then, they were mostly in big cars. They were okay. They weren't real fast, but, you know,
300 horsepower?
I put those 390s we
Whip.
built made them into 406s. And the real 406 was 80 thousandths over 390, but they had
Thicker block.
no, I don't think they did. But they had a forged crankshaft.
Oh.
But I didn't care. I wasn't going to run it over about 5,500 RPM anyway. I never had a problem with the crankshafts. And those things were running engines, man. But if you just, yeah, it says a poor racing design. I don't know. What about the 427 Ford? Same basic design. Of course, the oiling was different. Yeah, side oiler. And a custom classic says 390 is a beast. Mine needed rebuilt, and I had a 429 Thunderjet. What are you going to do with the 390? What year is the 390? Because some of the 390s had heads that were not very good. But Mr. Britt says 390 was slow revving engine. 428 or other tweaked FE engines were good. Well, like I said, I take the 390 apart. Usually use different heads. The heads that I used to use, because I didn't have much money, it was back in the day. 1958 Ford, 332 or 352. They had both police interceptor. You take those heads off. The closed chamber, really nice heads. Get a cam that was meant to be between 3,500, 5,500 RPM in that range. Bore them 80 thousandths, make it 406 inches. Man, those were running engines. And, you know. Oh, 390 is from a 62. Good 390s back then.
Braden got a Black Rifle Coffee ad. You get 2 points for your advertisement. Thanks to Black Rifle Coffee for sponsoring the stream. Patrick was watching the State of Union address. Well, I'm surprised you survived. Welcome in.
Patrick's been watching the State of the Onion show.
Burlock says it's the intake. See, thank you. See, there's a reason why it isn't right, and I guess the intake wasn't such a good design.
Somewhere on your computer.
How could you go wrong with 75 pounds of cast iron for an intake?
Well, yeah, but you put aluminum one on there, and it's 25 pounds.
Oh, well, it didn't have an aluminum one. It had a cast iron.
So I used to put aluminum. Of course, you didn't use that intake.
The intake is cut into the head?
I think I have a pic. Yeah, it is. It's sort of, yeah. You can't, the push rods go down through the intake. I know I have a picture of one of my intakes here. It's on your computer here. I think it's here.
Oh, jeez.
Somewhere in this mess, because I see it sometimes. Oh, where is it, Tim? I thought it was here.
Wendy English says, come on, people. Doug only needs 12 more subs. Well, we got him a couple.
Hey, we got him. He needed 19.
Most
now
of the
he's got
people
12.
here are already subscribed to Dougster. But if you're not, come on. Help a guy out.
Oh, my eye's not good enough for. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here
Mr.
it is.
Bread says.
Here it is.
Oh,
This is one of my thumbnails, like a long time ago.
Does go under
That
the
is that's the intake I used to use. That's it. And you know what? You use that and do the rest of the stuff I said. That engine, that thing that's just a screamer of an engine. Good. Yeah, it is.
I see. All right.
So, I can't believe I found that picture. But it was on this computer sitting on the. I should leave that there. I like that. I like that intake. $390 and a Zephyr would be fun. I've thought about it, but it's kind of heavy for that car. So back to my Let's get my other stuff up and running again. I think.
Landon Custom Classics says that intake and carb is about 4K.
Yep. I used to get them for $100. $100, and I had to rebuild the carburetors. If somebody already done it, $200 maybe. Yeah, now 4K. That's sad. Mr. Bread says that Trippier would.
I used to throw them away back in the day. Nobody wanted them.
I mean what he means. The tri-power would never fit under the Bullet Bird hood. That was from a 406 Ford 62. Yeah, or a 390. That intake also is used in the 390 and 61. And what I used to do, because I had a 57 Ford, is that did not hit it. It did not work. It interfered with the hood latch, because 57 Ford, the hood opens backwards, windshield's here, and the hood opens this way. So I'd grind a little spot off the top of the lid for the air cleaner. And what's really cool now, what's the name of the company that makes the oil air cleaners? The K&N. K&N makes a filter for that air cleaner now. So you can get filters real easy.
Yeah, concept cars.
Concept cars,
Patrick,
but we're
yeah.
doing some other
Experimental,
same kind of thing. Okay, Buddy Carfano sent more in. I know I'm lagging behind here, but I'm not sure if I fit. No, these ones Braden sent in, I didn't finish those. I don't know what this is, Braden. What is this?
AI.
It's AI. That probably is AI. That's yeah, imagine it's time to change a tire. So what are we gonna do? You're gonna call a Mercedes dealer.
I bet you they would like that.
Don't know what that is.
Batmobile.
Concept vehicle. It's got like a air inlet for the front of the front tire. I guess it looks cool. Okay, now we're back to Buddy Carfano.
The bread man says he heard K&N was bought out by KY, the jelly company.
And some peanut butter and jelly. Oh no, not that kind of jelly. So this one Buddy Carfano sent in a Fiat 1970s concept car. Looks like something Fiat would do. That looks like something you could drive around like in some town in France or little town where it's narrow streets, or in Italy, where they're. You ever watch traffic in Italy? It's like everybody's going like this, and beep 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 beep. All you hear is horns and cars that. I remember somebody that I met from Italy. He was here in the U.S. and he goes, people here drive so neat. I guess like we stay in a lane and signal to change lanes and don't lean on the horn for everybody you're about to run into.
Except here in Clark's, they just run into each other.
That looks like something you could drive at Disneyland on a little track. Well, the only way I know which way that thing goes is because of where the steering wheel is. Yeah. So how much is a Dart Ford small block alone? I have no idea. That's that would be so far out of my price range.
$4,500.
Somebody at No Name Nationals had it. Isn't there? Who makes the big block Chevy? The aluminum big block Chevy? Is that Dart? Who's the guy there that has a big Oldsmobile that's so freaking fast at No Name Nationals every year? Can't think of his name. He's got one of those engines. Trump just closed out. See, right. I don't watch the State of the Union, and I don't care which party it is. This is very predictable. Whoever the president is and his party, he'll say something, pause, and his party stands up and they all applaud, And the other party on the other side of the House chamber goes, and then the president will say something else. And then people jump up and clap. And the other side goes. And then when they're all done, they all walk out and they all shake hands like they're buddies. Same thing every time, my whole life. That's what the State of the Onion. State of the Onion.
That's the script.
State of the Onion. And so I don't watch it.
And then for 3 days they talk about what they said and what they meant and what it means.
Don't listen to what they say. Watch what they do. Look at history, you know. Look at what happened. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. This is before the Dustbuster vans. What was that thing called? I don't know what that was called. It was a Pontiac something. Might have been the Transport. They might have called it the Transport. I don't know. But the Pontiac, yeah, Mr. Brett, I'd rather watch Buff and Kim than those stupid politicians. I told Kim, she told me, oh, the State of the Onion message is on tonight. I wasn't even following it. I thought, oh yeah, I guess it is. And I said, well, so she goes in, it starts at 8. And I said, we start at 8. I said, so we're going to go head on to Donald Trump? She goes, yeah. And I said, well, let's see if we get more people than he does. So we're going on anyway.
We did. We got more people than more people
okay.
watched this than watched.
Josh, I'm recovering political junkie. I'm quite familiar with the State of the Union address. Yeah, I'm just, I gave up on it a long time ago. Yeah, I don't want to talk about politics, but then I start thinking about it. You know, here's my political thing. Every 2 years in the United States, we can elect people for the House of Representatives. My thought is, fire them all. We can do that. We have the power to do that. Just go in there and vote for somebody that's not in office. Get rid of all the corruption. And then 2 years from now, do the same thing again. But that'll never happen. So, anyway, Buddy Carafano's Pontiac Transport predecessor. I kind of like the looks of that thing. Oh, this is another Pontiac. Oh, no.
That's Mr. Brett's favorite car of all time.
Showing Aztec. I had a friend that had an Aztec. I remember when these things came out, I was living in Ohio, and the guy that I was working for was also working in Detroit. So he's back and forth all the time. He's going, man, there's a lot of those in Detroit. He goes, I see them all over the place, but I don't see them anywhere else. Well, you know what happened? They couldn't sell them, and they had car lots full of those things. So they were giving them to college students whose parents worked for General Motors in some capacity. So that's how they got out there. They gave them away. So
Mexican specs trying to get rid of two of the Aztecs from Mexico.
You know, yeah, actually, I think that car would have looked a whole lot better if the wheel wells would have been about twice the size and the tires would have been bigger. It's just so out of proportion. The front end's a little weird, but I could even put up with that. And then there's that other one, that the Buick Rendezvous, which is the same body, but it looked like a Buick. You could look that one up, too. Looks like Rendezvous. Rendezvous. And then I've told you about this guy, too. He was a friend of mine that sat next to me in drafting class in high school, and he ended up being a designer for Honda for almost his whole career. And then after that, he taught at the Art Center in Pasadena, where they teach people to design cars. Now he's retired. But I was talking to him about this car, and he goes, oh, yeah, the Rendezvous. He calls it the Rendezvous.
Mr. Bread, I think, is trying to start a giant internet flame war. He's like, the Aztec's my favorite, and the 3.1 engine is bulletproof.
Well, who else comes in here and does that? You know who comes in here and does that same thing. Mr. Leanburn. He comes in here talking like Leanburn's person. Like it's such a great thing. It's the same person. He could be. Are you Leanburn?
Of course he's not Leanburn. Violation of YouTube
Greenberg
policy.
comes in and does the same thing.
Too bad the transmission is not as dependable. Transmissions are not
On what?
dependable.
On what? What?
You have to shift gears. Think of all the things that transmissions have to do. It's a tough job.
Then I was watching somebody really bad mouthing the Jatco what do you call that thing? The CVT transmissions. Really, really bad mouthing the hell out of them. And what do we have in our car, in our Jeep? We have a Jatco. It's got 192,000 miles on it. If it broke tomorrow, it would be, got 192.
Like,
got
what
192,000.
What are you going to get that's reliably going to get more?
But
than
you know
that?
what? It works great. It just doesn't give us trouble.
I think
we probably got a little more time.
They
out
get
of
a
it, yeah.
real bad reputation is because people don't know what to do with them.
Well,
Like they don't know how to rebuild them properly and stuff like that. So.
Oh, look at this. Wendy says 10 now. I think this is a countdown for Dougster.
Hey, that's awesome. I mean, we got him 9 closer tonight. That's
great.
Good.
Thank you, everybody.
That's pretty good. I'm sure he appreciates that. Tomorrow morning, or whenever he looks next at his account, he'll be like, "Oh, I'm getting closer." Dougster deserves that.
Okay, so can we go back to my, now that we're done looking at the Rendezvous.
The Rendezvous.
Rendezvous. A friend of mine, good friend of mine, has one of these. He loved that car.
The car of the future.
But he had it in Massachusetts, and it finally rusted out to the point where he couldn't pass inspections, and he bought something else.
The Pontiac Rendezvous.
Well, that was the Buick Rendezvous. Okay, so
Buick Rendezvous.
this is a GTO Revival or something. It's a General Motors concept car. I don't know if that, that
looks like a Ford Probe.
That looks okay. Yeah, it looks like the Pontiac customized a Ford Probe, but it doesn't look like a GTO to me. A GTO has just different
says
look.
GTO on the side, so you know it's a GTO.
And there's people that say,
what does GTO stand for?
Gas, tires, and oil.
Really?
No. Gran Turismo Obligato.
Unigata de Vida?
We used to call it gas, tires, and oil. What's 442 mean? Like a Oldsmobile 442. 4-barrel, 4-speed, dual exhaust. I think that's actually what it meant. Yeah, nobody said anything bad about the Buick. The Pontiac got all the crap. Tight wheels. Kim, does that CVT trans need recalibrated from time to time? Or many needed it every 20K? No, it just works. I had another one.
We haven't put that many miles on it.
No, this car, we've only put about 5,000 miles on it. And it appears to be the original transmission. What are you doing? What are you doing?
You can't,
oh, I saw it.
You
I saw
can't
it.
say that.
No, okay. Mr. Bread. No.
Those words in that particular configuration are not ill-advisable. We're just gonna pretend like that didn't happen. I'm seeing a Geostorm. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it does look a lot like the Geostorm. Maybe you can pull that up because I think that's a cool looking car. I had a Dodge Caliber that had a Jatco CVT in it, and it was programmed completely different than this one. This one feels like it goes through 6 gears. The one there didn't. It just went up and held a steady RPM. It was either idle RPM, had a mid-range RPM, and had a wide open red line RPM. It ran at one of the 3. I liked that the way it was. It felt like you were flying a jet, Yeah, there's a Geostorm.
It doesn't really though. Like it's something like that, but when you really put it back to that, it just
it has that same kind of shape, I guess. I like the Geostorm. I knew somebody had one. I drove it some. I liked it.
I'm looking at Ford Probe again because I'm thinking Ford Probe is still the...
In the Garden of Eden. Yep. You know what that is? In a Garden of Eden. Supposedly he wrote the song and then he got so drunk he couldn't say what it was. So he said, in a Garden of Eden when he meant to say in the Garden of Eden. Ivan at PHAD tore apart the Jatco CVT and found the design defect. Not enough material on one end to run apart. Yeah, I don't know what that's all about. I've had really good luck with them. I had one that started running a little bit hot, enough that the heat light came on that said the transmission was hot. I took it back to the dealer, and the car had a lifetime warranty on it. And they looked at it, and they said, "You need a new transmission. It's going to be $4,100. Then she goes, "Wait a minute. This car has a lifetime warranty on it." But she goes, "You have to pay the $100 deductible." I said, "Have at it." They replaced the transmission for $100. And I looked in there after I got the car back, nice new shiny transmission in there, and it worked real well for another 50,000 miles. And I sold it and I bought my Mazda. I don't know if I should have kept that car. That was actually, the Mopar guys don't like that car a lot, generally, but I thought it was a pretty decent car. What does Aztec mean? Ancient people have that GM car with a 3.1 intent. They just named it after the Aztecs, I guess.
Do the ancient writings show the car? They do.
Barracuda put it up. Gran Turismo Alma. I can't even pronounce it. I tried to say it so get turned on. We always said gas, tires, and oil. But John, screenshot, and I'll send it to him. Oh, I don't know what that is. Okay, 8 more. He needs 8 more. Man, we're on a Dougster subdrive tonight. A subdrive. That sounds like something. 266 cubes divided by 62 cubes.
Uh-oh. Ray is going to bed. Good night, Ray. Thanks for being here.
4.29 liter. Well, they called it a 4.4 liter, so I don't know. And I always thought a liter was about, I always thought it was 61 cubic inches, but it may be 62. It's probably somewhere in between. Ray says, my turn to turn in.
I already said that.
Oh, okay. Thanks for being here. But you probably said that too. Very good. Amolgado. That's what I thought it was. What car had a lifetime warranty? You just mentioned. My former wife bought a 2010 Dodge Caliber. And you paid some extra amount as a lifetime warranty. And it was through Chrysler Corporation. I shouldn't have sold that car because of that. Because once it was sold, that disappears. It's only for the original owner. So it was still in our name. She bought it. It was for her. And then I had the car for quite a while after that. And they... So, yeah, that's what it was. It was a 2010 Dodge Caliber. And I always liked that car. But what happened was... I was in Arizona, and I had a rental, which was a brand new Mazda 6, and I just loved that car. Got back to Maryland, hot, stinky July day, sweaty. Got in my car in the Dodge Caliber, headed out my driveway, and I heard bang under the hood, and it threw a belt off. And what happened was the air conditioning compressor seized up. And I had enough of this. Drove into the Mazda dealer. They gave me something for it, and I bought a new Mazda 6. I should have just taken to the dealer and gotten the stupid air conditioning fixed, but I didn't. Well, if I need to correct you on something, GTO doesn't I'm afraid of what he's going to say. Simply means got turrets online. Chances I dodged. So please forgive me for rants. When English, if you get 500, I will even buy his entry. Oh, now, okay. When English is going to buy Doug's entry if we get some more subs. And
Why
he
are we
needs 7
making
more.
Wendy buy his entry?
No, she just said she would do that. Ken, are you subbed to Dougster?
Of course I'm subbed.
Okay, I'm just checking. I know I'm subbed to him. And then Lester Saver says 61.1 cubic inches per liter. Yeah, that was I think it was, what did you do? A 4.4 liter. You need 6 more.
Oh, he didn't buy his entry.
No, because he
And
doesn't
John doesn't plug people for the No Name 500 until they buy their
entry.
Yeah,
So Doug's at 493. 61.2857. 4 more. 4 more.
wow.
We're getting there. Dougster's going to wake up in the morning and have
How
a
are
surprise.
we getting there? We haven't done nothing.
How are we getting there?
You guys are getting there. I didn't think we had that many people in our chat who weren't subscribed to Dougster.
3. Man, this is like an auction. Except I'm not an auctioneer.
I'm gonna go make some more YouTube.
I can't go. I would go like an auctioneer does. Let's go, Doug.
Well, good for him.
Braden, did you? Oh, 2 more. Oh man.
How is he getting closer? Who else has not subscribed to
Well,
Dougster?
all these people are. We've got a pretty good crowd in here tonight. And hey, Mexican Spec, is Mrs. Spec subbed?
Thank you for everyone supporting our friend Dougster, because he's been around for a long time, and he's.
Dougster has been at No Name Nationals every year, supporting that and being there and being part of us. And he just hasn't had and he does really good live shows, but I don't know. He just hasn't pushed for the subs. I guess I don't know. I want to see him.
You know what?
He's down to 1.
Live streams don't really get you subs. It's long form content and shorts, especially shorts, that get you subs.
Mr. Britt says, I'm going to get a Toyota Chinook with a 22R engine for the No Name Nationals. You know what? Those are pretty cool little things. I like those.
What's a Chinook?
It's a little, look it up. It's a little like a tiny... When English says 500, he's there. Thank you, everybody. Everybody that participated in this tonight should get some points.
Yeah, celebratory points. Everybody who's here, who cheered on Dougster's 500, gets 5 points. Unless you are against Dougster getting to his 500, and then you don't get the points. But if you were in favor of Dougster getting to his 500, then you get 5 points. Thank you so much. Woohoo! Congratulations, Dougster. Well, it happened while he was sleeping. Oh, I'm so
Braden
happy.
says, I sent my whole friends list on Facebook to sub the Dougster. Good going. You're thinking there, Braden.
That's awesome. That's pretty neat. I had a Toyota Corolla with the 22R engine, but I think that they must have not taken care of it because it had spun bearings.
I didn't realize these things had a pop-up top on them. I don't think they all did. Because what I remember is like that Hemmings one that's right behind my head.
That's neat.
I remember those, and I always liked them, and they were kind of laughed at by some people because they were so small, but they drove fine, and they don't use a lot of gas for a motorhome.
Wendy's going to pay for his entry right now. Wendy, you're so silly.
I don't know if she can do that.
Well, what an awesome way to end our stream.
Well, who's ending it?
They were way underpowered. Yeah, a 22R engine's just a 4-cylinder.
But you know what? You know what? They'll go down the road at 55 or 60 miles an hour.
To get you there.
It gives you a place to sleep.
You wouldn't want to be towing in it. But...
It's not a huge thing. There was also a thing called a Trans Van.
Yeah.
There was a Dodge. Look up a Trans Van Dodge, which is another one I like, because it was a motorhome that was really not huge.
Oh yeah, I've seen these
Those
before.
things. See that one that says KSL cars 78
I
Dodge?
saw one of those on Marketplace
Well,
like a
those
year
things, you
ago.
walk back and the floor is the same height as like the tunnel. But
Uh-oh,
then when
something
you,
bad happened to this one. Or is it crossing water or something?
I don't know,
Oh, no, it's okay.
but you took the picture away that I
Which
was
which
looking at.
picture were you looking
It doesn't matter. One of one's from the side. That one right above my head. You went past it. Go back, go
at?
back,
This
back,
one?
back, 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 back. There, that one right by my.
This one? This one?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, it's a B
So
van.
the floor was like the height of the tunnel, so it was flat. But until you got behind the rear end, then the floor dropped way down, and the
Oh.
shower and the bathroom were back there. So all
Oh,
the way in the
yeah.
back, you could stand up straight. The rest of it, you couldn't stand up straight. It was more like a van. But those things, they weren't giant like a motorhome where you gotta every time you gotta park the thing, you can't park it. There's no place, and motorhomes are a big whale going down the road. Those things are were pretty cool, and so were the Chinooks. Mr. Britt says, I think the Chinook was 0 to 60 in about 5 seconds. I don't think they were that fast. D-Man says, my CVT. My CVT.
Oh, I've seen a Dreamer too, yeah.
Oh, the Dreamer. Yeah, that's to pull a fifth wheel.
Ooh,
That was one of the first of like a king cab, but it was a van. They didn't have king cab trucks back then. I almost bought a Dodge Dreamer. Oh yeah, okay, that's where you picked that up from. Weren't they the same as moving van Toyota frame platform U-Haul used to buy? They very well could have been.
that makes sense. Yeah, that would be the same.
Mexican Spec says, I need a bed in the back in a motorhome. Iron Butterfly. Remember
Dodge
them?
had crew cab trucks back then? Yes, they did.
Maybe they did, but I remember this is one of the first crew cab things I saw to pull a fifth wheel with, but I guess you could have. What's this? JB says, I want a Rectrans Discover. Look at that. I think I know what that is.
Okay.
I think that's, what was his name? That went to Ford with Bunky Knudsen. I think he designed that thing. It is.
Oh, yeah, that's that absurdity looking thing.
God, what was his name? It's the Asian guy. I think he was Japanese.
Euro Asian Bob?
No, it was somebody will know who he is. He was designer with Ford forever. No, he was a designer with General Motors. And when Bunky Knudsen went to Ford, he went to Ford with him. Larry Shinoda, you got it. JB, man.
He
gets some points for that.
4
Larry
points?
Shinoda, one of the greatest designers that ever lived. Larry Shinoda, when he was a kid, you know what the US did with Japanese people during World War II. They put them in camps. They weren't concentration camps, they were camps where they had to live till the end of the war, which kind of was a bad thing to do. But that's what they did. He was a kid in there. And he took some kind of crates they got, and he designed some kind of a recliner chair, and he'd take those crates and take them. I think he was 12 years old. He designed this thing, and he built chairs for people. That was the beginning of his design. It's like adversity brings the best out of people. And so he was, as far as I'm concerned, he's one of the greatest car designers ever. Yeah, he did the 63 Corvette, the Boss 302. Yeah, because he called, I just said his name a minute ago. The guy did all the Pontiac Beaks.
Wendy's back.
Yep.
He will be happy. Thank you for your generosity, Wendy.
And 501.
Mexican Specs making fun of me for handing out points like they have value. Buddy Carfano suggests.
Larry Shinoda used to call his boss the boss, which was Bunky Knudsen. He called Bunky Knudsen the boss, so that he named that car after his boss. He's the guy that put all the beaks on the Thunderbirds. Anyway,
Buddy Carfano says, favorite car emblem or decal next week?
Oh.
Emblems or decals?
decals.
That's the
That's the
topic for
Canadian.
next week.
That's the Canadian decals.
That's
Is anybody in here from Canada? Do they really say decals up there?
Yeah, they do.
Uh,
Haven't you
I'm
ever
not sure
watched?
who the greatest designer was. Probably the person that designed the Aztec. Yeah, Bunky Knudsen. Um, he didn't last long at Ford, but it was Shinoda that did this thing, this Discover, which when I first saw it, I thought, man, that thing is just too weird. And then I started kind of liking it. The other motorhome that I really liked was the General Motors, the front driver. What did they call that thing? Somebody will know what that is. The front drive General Motors looks like a big loaf of bread motorhome. And Wendy has said it's John Wilbur.
What do you guys? I do not involve me in some kind of chaos here now.
My cousin had a Boss 302. Got a ticket for 100. What did they do to him? Oh yeah, it was just called the GMC motorhome. You're right. What did they do to him for that? I got a ticket in California when I was 18 years old for going 105 in a 65 zone, and they threw me in jail for 5 days. I got a ticket. When I went to court, the judge sentenced me to 5 days in the county jail, and I was stunned. There I am in there with a bunch of bad guys. And
you were a bad guy. You're not supposed to be driving that fast.
Yeah, but I'm just wondering what they get for 150.
Firing squad.
Depends on where it is, I guess.
Like the one that crashed in Anchorman 2. I did not watch that movie that I can recall. All right, everybody. I think it's time.
So what are we doing next week?
Great.
What do we?
Decals and emblems.
Oh, we got more here. We got one more. One more. I'm gonna look at it, see what it is. Okay, I'm not gonna do it. There's like 50 pictures in there. It's from Braden. Braden, I'm sorry. I'll bring up one of them because you're participating with some cool stuff.
All right. Yeah.
Maybe I'll do two of them. Because I see two of them I want to do.
Oh.
Well, actually, I see three of them I want to do.
Look at you go now. Oh, now he's got to show all the pictures.
Okay, you got to bring it back to my screen. Well, I mean, Braden is participating with some cool stuff. One of them's a picture that I don't really like, so I'm gonna do two of them.
What is that thing? What on earth?
Well, I'd say it has British license plates on it. Oh no, it's an Audi. Look, it's got the 4 circles on the front. Audi built that? Oh my God.
It's like a cross between a tank
and do the lights really shine straight up in the air like that? JB says there's 2 GMC motorhomes in my neighborhood. Man, when I was young, like early 20s, I had a friend that had a old 2-seat bird, a original 2-seat bird. I think it was a 56, but I don't remember. And he restored that thing. I didn't see him for like 50 years. In fact, I tried to look him up, and it said he passed away. And then one day he called me. Where are you? You got to see this site that has all these people's names. Like, you're dead. Just laughed. But now he's restoring a GMC motorhome. So he's still into cars, but now he's into motorhomes. I think he's a year younger than I am, so he's like 71 years old. People could put the rings on anything. Yeah, I guess. Oh, it could be Auto Union. Yeah, Auto Union was the predecessor to Audi. I didn't even think about that. Let's see. Oh, that's one I wasn't going to send. Wasn't going to show, but I guess now I did because it's kind of a weird thing here that's resolution's kind of bad, but that's what the back it looks like. Now I'm going to go the other direction and go this. I don't know what that is.
That's a Chip Foose.
Chip Foose sketch. All right. At least we'll credit it with it. Chip Foose sketch. That looks like something out of the 30s that somebody went whoop and made it fast. That's crazy. Okay. Yeah, Auto Union.
Cold down there, hot down there. Yeah, jeez.
Auto Union was the predecessor to Audi. Wasn't the Auto Union and several others went together and became Audi? I don't remember exactly how that was. Yeah, if you're asking, Verloc, if you're asking about what model that was, you'll have Braden sent that in. Is he still in here? Is Braden still in here, or did he take off? He might know. He's the one that sent the picture in, so I don't know.
You'll have to do a reverse lookup on that image. Reverse image lookup.
Yeah, I kind of like that. I know you already read it, but when people pass away and they call, it's a weird feeling. It said that he passed away when he was 46 years old. I went, oh, and that was like a couple of years ago. So I was already in my late 60s, so he would have been a year younger than me. I said, oh, he died young. And he called me. Like, huh?
Yeah.
I was kind of happy to hear from him, you know. Search for ugly Audi Union. All of them will come up. Yeah, it probably will. Buddy Carfano, GMC was front drive, Olds Tornado drive. That's right. You know what? I used to work on the radiators on those things, and I could slip underneath the bumper, and I could sit up under there, and I could actually do a repair on the core. I just get the coolant down low enough. Can't solder where there's coolant. Get the coolant down low enough, and I could, because rocks used to get up in there and take chunks out of the front of that radiator core, and I could fix those things with them in the motorhome. I didn't have to pull them out until it was something big. I thought the GMC motorhome had an Iron Duke engine. That would.
That's the Toyota.
That would not, the Iron Duke. See, Mr. Brad, you've probably missed this that I've talked about in the past. I had a 69 Dodge Dart that had 330,000 miles on it. It was worn out, slant six, and I had a new, almost new Iron Duke. It had 2,200 miles on it. This is in 1980, so that was a brand new thing. And I put that engine and Turbo Hydro 200 in my Dodge Dart, and it worked so well. The only thing I had to do to the car really was crank the torsion bars down because the front end set real high because it weighed so much less. I set the front end down, and it went just about as good as that slant six did. And you open up the hood on it, there's an air cleaner on it. It said, keep your GM vehicle all GM. Kind of funny. But I drove that thing around for a long time, and then I sold it to my friend Carl, and Carl drove it around for a while, and he sold it to somebody. I wish I hadn't let that car go.
I think maybe Lester LeSabre has identified the Audi as a DKW and Wanderer combined.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
That's what.
Nice job, Lester LeSabre, tracking that down.
Okay, so next week, what are we doing next week?
Decals.
Decals?
And like
decals,
like
or
badges
logos and emblems and stuff,
yeah.
like the Audi 4 circles. Looks like the this is fun. The Olympic circles, you know, the Olympic O's that are all intertwined like that. Russian joke for the night. Brezhnev. You know who Brezhnev is? He's like an old guy that could hardly move anymore. And he'd give a speech. He's always like 2 hours speaking in Russian, real slow. And everybody had to sit there and applaud until he was finally done. Then they go out and drink some vodka because it's done. Well, he's reading a speech, and it was about when the Olympics were in Russia, Soviet Union in 1980, I think it was. And he's just reading what's written there, and he probably doesn't even understand what he's reading. And he got to the Olympic, and he went, oh, 7 times or whatever it is. And that was always a big joke in Russia.
Steve Edwards is here at the very end, and he says he's looking for a mic for the realistic.
He was after Khrushchev. Brezhnev was after Khrushchev.
Thank you, Steve Edwards. Let us know.
Where's Steve Edwards? Steve Edwards here. Oh, hey there. I'm looking for a mic for the realistic. I'll let you. Oh, I talked to Steve Edwards on the phone today. He's got the 2 radios from us.
Okay. 2 radios?
I stuck a second radio in. Remember, Dr. Art gave us a radio. I knew nothing about it, and I packed it in there with it. That's why it was a little hefty.
I
So
didn't
he
know
said
that.
he said
Better get some more.
that thing didn't put out at all. So he went in there and fixed it, and then he did a modification, and it really, really goes now. It's really good radio.
Really?
The
Oh,
other one that I had in the box in there that was all packed in a factory box, he said that thing looks new inside. I said that's the story behind it. The guy that had it bought it, used it once or tried it, put it back in the box, put it in his attic. When he sold the house, he took it out of the attic and he gave it to me. So it had like one transmit on it in its whole life. So he said that one really didn't have anything wrong with it, but I don't know what he did with it. Cleaned it up, made it sure it worked. But the realistic is the one that Dr. Art gave us that didn't work worth a darn. Now it really works.
Oh, good.
So
Wow, thanks, Steve Edwards.
you know who Brezhnev is? He's the one that looked like he had one dark eyebrow all the way across.
Oh,
Big fat eyebrow. Don't get a picture of him.
wow.
So decals and badges, which I guess means like logos on the side of car, on the grills and whatever, middle of the steering wheel, all those kind of things. Oh yeah, yeah. Look at his eyebrows. There you go. And Brezhnev. Oh my God, what a clown. Yeah, the old Soviet leader. Okay, I don't want to look at Mr. Brezhnev anymore. I'd rather look at that. I think that's pretty cool.
All right, guys, that's
We're going to
Thanks
end
for
it.
all
We're
your
going to
help
end it. And
with
thank you
Dougster.
so much with helping Dougster. He doesn't even know this yet.
I know.
He's going to wake up with a big
Won't
old
that
surprise.
be cool?
Hey, is Wendy still here? Do you know how to get a hold of him? I have no way to get a hold of him.
Oh, he'll find out in the morning. He'll
Well,
be
yeah, but I
around.
won't like, hey, dude, go log in.
Let Wendy take care
Well,
of it.
he's got to go to work. He's probably has to work in the
right,
morning.
right. Nobody bother Dougster. He's trying
Jim
to
Carrey
sleep.
did an excellent Brezhnev. Yeah.
Or however it's spelled. That's cool.
Oh, my God.
Another time, guys. It's time to be
Okay.
done. You don't have to stay. Wait, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Something like
Well,
that.
and I'm really happy that you chose us over the State of the Onion message.
Yeah.
Because we had the State of the
Because
cool,
onions
cool
make
old
you
cars.
cry. And we wouldn't
So-
want you to cry. Thanks, everyone, for sending in pictures, for being here to keep the chat moving, for hanging out, even if you're not in chat, if you came here later. However you do it, you've made it to the end. I'm awarding you 3 additional points. Thank you so much for being here. We will be in the shop on Thursday, I believe.
We should be in the shop on Thursday
Yeah.
because it is warming up here, and that means we'll be able to not be freezing our tail ends off.
Yeah.
And
Or at least that's
and we'll be
the
working.
plan.
We'll be working on something probably the
The Del
the
Campamino.
the Chrysler El Camino looking thing, the Australian Ute. It's a what do you call that thing?
The Del Campamino.
No, you called it it wasn't a clone. You called it some other name for it.
Tribute.
A tribute. Yep. So we're working on a real full custom car Thursday night.
There you go.
Take care,
So,
everybody. Have a
we'll
good
see
night.
you then. Yeah. Bye.